Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle Brust and Northman, KBN on ESPN Wisconsin. Here's Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, and Brad Northman.
It is a great day to be alive on this Wednesday. Kyle Brust and Northman across ESPN Wisconsin. My name is Ben Brust alongside me, representing gear of a time in which he was looking into education. PED instructor.
Physical education department at Central Michigan University. I was an instructor. They don't just give it to anybody.
It still doesn't it almost seems like it didn't exist. Like
what would I have?
You taught a gym class?
No, physical. I was
like
part of the
walking, how to walk in life.
walking, fitness, bowling. That was the PED
Bowling.
program.
So
you know the half credit,
you
1 credit?
wasted your money.
No.
Did you give out grades to students that affected their like?
Yes, I impacted students' grade point averages. I didn't waste my money. I was a graduate assistant.
Did you write like, hey, you got a D- on this walking quiz because you wouldn't pass a field sobriety test with that walking?
Nailed it, Stro.
The walking class
good.
was pretty easy. I did give them a binder project that they had to track their health habits.
Project.
Yeah. You know, I wasn't an easy teacher.
You're
wasn't.
judging other people's health habits?
Damn!
Based off the book.
Okay.
Based off the book, not based off of my.
Did you follow the book?
Yeah, I followed the book. Now when I was a professor, I was straight to the book.
Professor.
No, I'm saying
instructor.
I'm
Oh
saying-
no. I did do this fast. There was this 3-2 fast, something like that, or 5-2 fast. Forgot what it was. It's on off intermediate fast, intermittent
fasting. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you
On,
really
off.
know it.
Well, this was a decade ago, and so I followed it, lost some weight. So I had my mom and my auntie do it, and they lost some weight too.
It is crazy to think, like, all three of us have lived prior lives. That's really hard to, like, wrap my head around. Like think about 10 years ago, Ben, in, like, Lithuania.
Damn,
10 years
sucked.
ago, Kyle, an
in Central
instructor,
Michigan, yeah, I was-
and me in the NFL. It just seems like,
Yeah,
Throw that
you
in there,
peasants were in, you were in Lithuania. You were an instructor.
Strofe in high school?
Strofe just discovered.
Oh yeah, I was in. I would have been my junior year of high school.
Wow, I was
Crazy.
cheering you on, man.
Thanks, Kyle.
Even though I didn't like you.
Oh, because of the whole
because
Brookfield.
You already tore me down for breaking your heart against the Rose Bowl.
It was. That's true.
For the
That's
Rose
true.
Bowl,
I
twice.
didn't like you not because I didn't like you because you went to Brookfield Central and you ended my high
That's
school
right.
football career.
Yep,
But it was
danced on
tough
that.
because you were a Badger and I love my Badger.
Brad Nortman, longtime NFL punter, reminding us why he's better than us to start the show. What's
Just
going on,
gonna
Brad?
Sneak that in there. Yeah, just a reminder.
While we're in the Jags.
Strove's
Yeah.
running the show. Strove, did you do any thinking about your life choices last night after Kyle got at you yesterday?
Damn, why are we bringing that up?
Bringing what up?
What? You bring.
Have we? Are we bringing over some drama from yesterday?
I downloaded a new block game. I played that until about 12:30 last night. I got to score.
You weren't focusing on investing
20,000.
at 12
Did
o'clock
you
at
actually
night?
do that?
Here, Block Blast.
Hey, whatever makes him happy, man. I'm glad you.
Oh, so you're going to be soft on
Block
today.
blast.
What do you mean soft on? You know what Mama Wallace said? Leave Strofe alone. So I'm gonna leave. him
Leave
alone.
Strove alone.
And baby girl got on me. So you know what?
Did you guys talk when you got home?
She's gone, but she did tell me it was important for me to rewatch it back.
So you had to
did you?
rewatch a segment from our show in which she claims you were too mean to Strove.
Yeah, I said, was I? I didn't think it was that bad.
So
And?
what was your takeaway after the rewatch?
I don't want to share.
All right, that's
I don't want to share.
all right. We'll leave Strove alone.
What do you mean you don't want to share? You couldn't stop sharing yesterday.
You got me, buddy. You got me.
800-990-3776 is the Carbless talk and text line
Why y'all bring up old stuff?
because it happened right
Wanna
here on the
move
show.
past it.
No, it happened on the show.
We need a-
So
we need a vibes
we need
check.
closure.
Yeah, make sure
It doesn't sound like we have closure right
No,
now.
I did some.
I think you two need to talk it out on the air.
What's there to talk about? I love Strofe.
Oh, there's the high voice. That's
Yeah.
a lying voice.
Here
I've
comes the
heard.
butt.
I do. I object to this. I do love Strofe. We.
So what was your takeaway? Answer the question.
So I realized about myself, it's not my fault. Okay? I was raised a certain way. Mama Wallace, Papa Wallace, like
Nothing like taking extreme ownership,
no,
folks.
I'm taking extreme ownership, and I'm blaming my parents because I can't help how I react to stuff. I'll be very honest. This morning I woke up early in the morning, 6:15 in the morning, and I watched the video again.
This morning? That's how you started your day?
I started my day with that. And
You
I
yelling at Strofe at 4:30 to 4:45 yesterday on the show? For those who missed it, go back in the podcast if you want to listen to
Or don't.
Strofe getting killed by Kyle.
I found myself laughing. I was laughing. I was sitting there. I said, "This is hilarious." And then what I discovered is this, because listen, when I say I took heat, the number one fan of Alex Strofe ain't his mama, ain't his daddy, ain't his girl. It is my fiance, because she was just getting on me. I said, okay. Sheesh. So maybe something's wrong with me. But I watched it back this morning. I texted her instantly. I said, baby, I watched it. It wasn't that bad. I blame Ben. Ben gaslit you. Because
What?
I was
How am I falling on this?
Because if you watch it back, I said what I had to say and I stopped.
Give us an example of what you said for those who maybe didn't hear it.
Come on,
Dude, we got to bring the audience in.
Brutal.
I don't know.
It was later in the show, different
I just said
audience.
we're all broke. Me and him are broke. We're the brokies.
No, that's not what happened.
not
yet.
at all.
Strofe, do you want to maybe one thing that stood out to you?
Kyle effectively said, yeah, I'm much better than you now, but I was also much better than you at your age.
That's not what I was saying.
That's a good representation, and that's just a small thing of 15 minutes of just direct assault at Strofe.
Well, the assault stopped, but then what happened was Ben said, "Oh, I like this. You're just gonna let him do that to you, Strofe? Like he gaslit you, and so you attempted to try to do a comeback, talking about, oh, you've missed a quarter of the games, or you da. And I said, oh, he wants to keep going. Well, I guess we'll keep going. So we did that. So I was done. I blame Ben for gaslighting you to continue it. I didn't want to do that. I was done.
Well, so you're actually blaming Ben for making you act out?
That's
what it sounds like to me.
Did you watch it back?
You have no self-control?
Well, you can't say something to me and think I ain't gonna just say. I mean, it's entertainment, right? Like we're going back and forth, a little banter, right? It was banter.
I felt like Strofe was taking jabs, and you were giving him the wind-up knockout punch. He was against the ropes, and they were trying to grab you off of him. You're like, nah, get away from me. I'm gonna keep hitting him while he's on the ropes.
You playfully wrestle with your buddies or something. He was wrestling. You were taking the gloves off.
He tapped out, and you were like, no. Ain't no tapping out here.
I grew up watching Mike Tyson, so I'll bite off ears. So, I just got him a little bit.
All right, there's the triple down from Alex Strofe. Like I mentioned, you can get us on the Cardinals Talking text line.
I didn't triple down.
809. Yeah, I'm saying you. I'm saying Kyle. 800-990-3776.
Yeah, why are you trying to tell him what you said?
How is that a triple down?
How is that a triple down? Huh?
I'm the bad guy.
You are the bad guy.
You just said that's a triple down from Alex Strofe. What does that mean?
I'm the bad guy.
Yeah, he didn't triple down.
Is that just a misspeak? What was that?
It was a misspeak, but I actually figured, I could just try and move it along.
No, but then you tried to double down, triple down on Alex Strofe.
I didn't do anything.
Maybe I'm doing something to bring you two together.
I didn't do anything.
Leave him alone.
You were you, buddy. You were you.
Strofe alone.
Damn, now he's making fun of you, saying you were you. Like what?
Kyle's trying.
What are you doing?
Kyle's trying his best to get out of this. It's so great.
I'm hot.
Here's the issue.
He's actually uncomfortable, and I am just so happy.
Well, can I tell you why he's uncomfortable?
What's that?
Because you know how he referenced to his baby girl as my number one fan?
Yeah.
It all stems from when I told her she had those beautiful eyes.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Oh gosh.
Oh, wow.
You son of a gun. Oh gosh. It's been burning me for months. You got me. That's why I was so mad yesterday. I had to let it out.
The real Kyle
We're
would be
even now.
The
We're even.
The real Kyle wouldn't get even. He would get ahead.
No. Self-control, right? Self-control. No. Yeah, we're even. Man, that really burned me up.
Shucksy doodles.
That girl in her eyes, that stroke making that comment. Damn it.
Keep me up at night.
Man. Oh.
So yesterday we talked a lot about the Green Bay Packers.
She really does have beautiful eyes.
Oh, God.
Thank you. I'm hot right now, but thank you, Strofe. She does. I agree.
Are you sweating?
Why are you hot?
I'm sweating because I'll be honest. I felt bad yesterday. I felt so bad.
Why did you start the show this way?
Because when I saw Strofe in the hallway yesterday after the show, y'all saw him. He looked hurt. I said, "Oh no!" I said, I said, Strofe, did I hurt your feelings? He said, no, it was fun, except. I said, oh, no. I said, damn, I hurt this boy feelings. So now he came upstairs at the end of the day.
Did you overcompensate?
Oh, big time.
What did he do? What did he do?
Oh, no.
Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, Alex Strofe. What did Kyle
you
Wallace do after going too
You
far?
look how I said, oh, God, did he? He laid
And then
down.
he laid down because he must have overcompensated.
So I walked out. I walked out of this room, which I always do at about 5 o'clock, 5:01 every day. And he's sitting out there talking to somebody else, and immediately he ends that conversation. And he goes, you all right? And I go, yeah, except one thing. And he grabbed me by the left shoulder with his left arm and hugged me with his right arm. I swear to God, I walked 20 yards.
He chased after you again?
No, he was hung on to me the
Oh, my
entire
God.
time.
Oh, wow.
I wanted to, console.
He gave me an escort to a production room where I go at the end of the day to finish some of my work. We walk past our buddy Marcus Johnson, who's just witnessing this. Bucks Lightning.
He probably thought something was wrong with him.
Marcus Johnson's here recording something for Bucks Plus, here District, all that.
He's here recording a new episode of Here District. He's like, why are those two hugging? Anyway,
What's wrong with
Did you
this
want the
place?
hug?
No,
Didn't seem
it's
like
an
you wanted it
overcompensation.
whatsoever.
I was fine. It's just there was one thing. So anyway, that happened. So then I do my work. He goes upstairs. I don't see him for about a half an hour. I go upstairs. He's leaving for the day, and he goes, Strofe, I just feel so bad. I'm going to think about this all night.
You started playing the victim in this?
That's what he said. He said, wait, when did you become the victim? That's what he said to me. I said, I hurt your feelings. Strofe, I just want you to know, I felt so bad because the Packer game, in Denver's coming up, and Strofe said he may think about trying to go. I may try to go. I'm sitting there thinking, I can't buy you tickets because, I ain't that upset about it. But I was like, maybe I can try to get him to hook up so he get some cheap tickets or something like that. I was thinking about you, Strofe. I felt so bad.
I think free tickets would
Yeah,
solve
it's
this
free
issue.
tickets or nothing at this
Yeah.
point. You don't put your arm around for 20 yards and then play victim and not do anything about it.
Words.
Yeah, nah, I would have to pay for it. My cousin's a practice squad player that could get elevated. He ain't like, 100% player. He don't get free tickets like that. It's limited, and I can't get you.
What I will say is I would say the last 24 hours between Alex Strofe and Kyle Wallace have made me, even more confident about my relationship at home. Watching this like married couple argue and go back and forth, and Kyle taking ownership, then playing victim, then taking ownership, then taking shots, then not taking shots. It's just been a whirlwind, man.
A roller coaster.
Well, I really did become the victim in this situation because he got to go home and it was over. I had to deal with it the rest of the night.
See, extreme ownership would be I did this. I should have to deal with this now. It's my fault.
This is entertainment and it's fun.
Until you cross the line.
You know what else? Tony Cartagena, executive producer of The Analysis, he told me, there's a line, Kyle, and you came right up to it. I said, well,
and Tony
So he didn't say you crossed it.
I said, if TC said that.
Yeah,
Especially with Strofe. Especially when talking about
Especially
Strofe.
I was like,
He wants people to jump over the line to get to Strofe, and you went close to the line. He had his back.
Wow.
we good now?
Of course not.
Oh, my.
Free tickets, though. That would help.
Well, I guess we're just going to have a rocky relationship, so.
What else
free
is new in
tickets.
Kyle's relationships?
Like the drama.
Did you sleep with Mama and Dad as last night, Scaredy Cat?
I did sleep at home
Here we
yesterday.
go.
Oh, my goodness.
I was back there yesterday.
With Mom and Dad?
Yeah.
Do you
yeah.
bring a full-ass suitcase if your girl's gone for a week?
Well, she's gone. She comes back tomorrow. But no, I bring my little duffel bag of clothes.
You bring an overnight bag? That's so
You stay
cute.
there again tonight?
You said what?
You staying there again tonight?
Well, I wasn't planning on it, and I didn't bring enough clothes. But I got to take my car to get fixed tonight, and it's by
What's
their
wrong with your car?
house.
You got
Well, everything.
You
My car's
seen that car?
My car's 13
We
years
have the
old.
same car.
Yeah.
Mine has significantly less mileage. on it,
Yeah.
though.
Mine is
And-
like 178,000.
And we
miles.
know he drives like a Kia boy,
I
so
sure
that
do.
thing's been through a lot.
So I got to drop it off to get repaired tonight, and so this is gonna sound childish. I said, "Hey, Mom, you think you can drop me off at work?" Come on. How else am I
She
gonna get to work?
she gonna leave you with a brown lunch bag too?
How else am I gonna get to work?
I thought it was bad when Lexi would pick me up from the Panthers facility.
Well, that is bad.
Why?
That is bad.
That is objectively
You were an
bad.
NFL player making your wife walk around the city of Charlotte without a car, and then she dropped you off at practice in
she
the
got the
one
car.
car.
Yeah. And baby, I'm ready to get picked up.
Well, I got it. I'm going
Don't
to
pull
the
up
mechanic.
to where everyone can see me, honey.
They go way in the back.
That's funny. Yeah. So I mean,
Do you just this is from Chris in the Carlos Talking text line. Do you have a toothbrush that you just keep at the house?
well, I did have a traveling toothbrush in my bag. I happened to leave it there. I don't know what I was there for before.
So since this whole thing got started on smart purchases, you think buying a home when you spend less than 50% of your time there was a good choice?
Hey, listen, baby girl spent 100% of her time.
Wait, so you're how old?
35.
Is your bedroom at your parents' house still the same as it was when you were 18?
No, I mean, it's
He's
similar.
still crying about it, Stroh. This is a tough subject. We can't go there.
No, the bed is still there, but like there's bags everywhere. So I
What do you mean
step
there's
over
bags
stuff.
everywhere?
Bags of clothes?
Clutter. Just clutter stuff.
It becomes storage.
It becomes storage. Yeah.
So
I
you
just
know
lay in
how
the
we
bed.
gave out a winner before? Not even. It might have been before the season. It was because everyone was panicking after the 0-4 start for the Milwaukee Brewers. It's not the same type of bet, but we've talked about it yesterday a little bit, and I have some further information that might help us pull the trigger on something related to Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers. And I have some more reasoning why we should do it now instead of later. Jordan Love, I'll say it. If you want the MVP ticket, you got to do it now. And I'll tell you why next.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN,
Brad.
Kyle.
I know.
Kyle.
on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
For general contest rules, visit espnwisconsincontest.com.
Hey, it's Gary Ellison for Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center. Looking to escape the cold or take a midday break? Get your game on at Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center, where it's always golf season. Play more than 2,000 courses, including over 50 right here in Wisconsin. And even that famous course where they hand out green jackets. Top tech simulators, great food, and the best Bloody Marys around. This is your year-round slice of summer. Bays start at just $35 an hour, Monday through Friday. Book your bay today at WisconsinIndoorGolfCenter.com.
Time out on the field. Let's bring in Gina Della from Pella. What's the winning game plan this month?
Wayne, a whole house of new windows for as low as $297 a month with 0% interest for up to 60 months.
Wow, that's a drive you can sustain for years. No penalties, no extra interest.
And unlike opponents, Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin actually stops the drafts.
Don't sit on the sidelines, folks. Make your move today at PellaWI.com.
Zero restrictions apply. It's 10/31/2025.
For every athlete, every fan. Whether you're suiting up your team or rallying your fan base, Alpha Custom Apparel brings fresh, affordable designs to the field, court, or stands. We outfit schools, clubs, leagues, and fans with gear that turns heads and builds pride. Need uniforms, spirit wear, or fan merch in a hurry? Our quick turnaround and unbeatable Midwest-based service means you'll be ready for game day in style. Quality designs, comfortable fits, local service you can trust. Create with us at alphacustomapparel.com.
The delicious taste of victory deserves something equally superior. Cheer on your team with Michelob Ultra. At 2.6 carbs and 95 calories, it's a superior smooth taste worth playing for. Grab a Michelob Ultra Superior Light Beer as you cheer your team on. Michelob Ultra, official sponsor of the Milwaukee Bucks. Enjoy a Michelob Ultra at Kelly's Bleachers Big Bend, Distillery Richfield, Tom's Watch Bar in Milwaukee, and Maddie's in New Berlin. Please enjoy responsibly.
It's ESPN Milwaukee's Brad Nortman here with some exciting news from my friends at Bank 5-9. Not only have they been named a top workplace for 16 straight years, but they've just won the prestigious Community Choice Award as the best bank in the Milwaukee area. Honestly, I'm not surprised. Not only do they have great products and services, but they truly live out their mission to make lives better. If you're looking for a true local community bank, check out the best. Visit bank59.com to learn more today. Member FDIC.
When it comes to joint replacement, you want the best care available. The Orthopedic Surgery Center in Pewaukee is a leader in joint replacement, offering same-day surgery with advanced technology. Their team of experts specializes in knee, hip, and shoulder replacements, using the latest techniques to minimize pain and recovery time. By choosing them, you're choosing a center focused on providing specialized care tailored to your needs. The team at Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin can get you back to what matters, living pain-free.
And their prices are more affordable than urgent care or the ER. And they'll send a full report to your primary care doctor. Why wait at the ER? Walk in to Ortho ASAP for faster, more affordable care.
Total joint replacement. There is a difference. Visit orthowisconsin.com. That's orthowisconsin.com.
At Tony Wendorf and Associates First Weber Group, we believe in the human side of real estate. For us, it's faith, family, and friends in that order. We live that every single day. I'm Tony Wendorf. We move fast, negotiate with confidence, and communicate clearly so our clients win. We operate from a place of gratitude, having donated nearly $200,000 back to our community since 2020. You deserve a team that delivers a luxury experience no matter the price point. Contact us today to get started. Tony Wendorf and Associates, trusted knowledge, superior service. Contact us at wendorfteam.firstweber.com.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Just one quick thing here, because we were talking about this before the show, Strofe. On the Carbless Talk and text line 800-990-3776. We get these Bucks bot accounts that just send in like very Magic Johnson-esque tweets, but that are text. And then I opened up my Twitter, and I saw a Magic Johnson tweet. With the World Series being 2-2, Game 5 is very important. Whichever team wins takes control of the series.
Oh, wow.
Bucks bot account 68 chimes in. Bucks Nation's new man crush is Ryan Rollins. They stomp the favored Knicks, and the East goes through Pfizer.
Yeah! Powerful.
I'll keep you updated on all the Bucks bot accounts that send us some stuff to make sure they get the praise on the air that they're looking for.
About the Bucks.
Technology's so weird.
We will get to the Milwaukee Bucks, but what I want to know right now from all of you in KBN Nation, 800-990-3776. We're on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. You got Kyle Brust and Nortman here with Strofe running the show. The Packers are 5-1-1, and ultimately I've been thinking to myself, when it comes to our conversation yesterday about Jordan Love being elite, great, good, average, we've been doing that poll almost every week. And then thinking about the opponents that are brought up in the last 3 to 4 weeks and how much that plays into what you think about Jordan Love and those defenses. But, I'm at a point now where you're sitting first in the division and first in the NFC through week 8. You're at a big enough sample size to know you're for real. But in order to be for real, what's the one thing that's holding them back from being the top contender? Because they're still behind the Lions, believe it or not, in the odds. I believe they're slightly ahead of the Eagles, but they're all sort of bunched together. How do you get that separation from an odds perspective, from a power rankings perspective? Not that all that matters, but I think there is part of us that knows there's still a little bit left in this team that they can get out of them leading into the playoffs. What's the one thing that you think is holding them back from really being that forefront? They're the best team in the NFC, no doubt.
Well, to me, I think of when you become an elite team like that, either offense or defense, hopefully both, has to be truly feared. Where an opponent looks at you and says, I don't know how we stop this team if it's on offense, or I don't know how we possibly gain a yard against this team. That is what Super Bowl contending teams are and Super Bowl winners are. So for me, it comes down to the running game. I mean, it really does, because I look at this team and I think, the offense is somewhat intimidating, right? Jordan Love is playing great football. Tucker Kraft, one of the best tight ends in the NFL. And you've got a plethora of other solid B-type wide receivers. But if this running game gets going in the way it got going last year, and the way it should, if you have Josh Jacobs, a former All-Pro, and you've invested so much into this offensive line, you pair that with an already high-functioning passing game, I think you look at this offense and say, this is among a top 3 offense in the NFL, and defenses will have to basically pick their poison. Are we let them run the football on us because we're trying to stop Jordan Love, or are we going to stop the run and just let Jordan Love carve us up? It's one of those situations where a top offense led by a top quarterback and a proficient running game, that is one of the ingredients to a top NFL team. And right now, this running game, for whatever reason, is just not getting going. Timing and blocking and sloppiness, to use Matt.
Some injury to add in there from Josh Jacobs.
Some injury too, and a little bit of a rotating cast of characters on the offensive line. So there's all the reasons that they're going to get it going forward. I don't have a ton of doubt that it's going to get better. But if they want to be a Super Bowl team, that running game's got to get up to a great to elite level. And when that happens, look out. I don't know how they're going to be able to be stopped.
Right off the rip, what's stopping this team from being the forefront of the NFC? Stop playing down to the opponent's level, says Adam in the 608. So playing down to the competition, which I think you could make that argument, but they're still 5-1-1 and in first. Now, we're going to learn a lot over these next 4 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, for me, Brett, I think you're absolutely right. When it comes to the running game, they got to get it going, but you have Josh Jacobs. Matt LaFleur is going to make it an emphasis, and you're going to see that running game get going. Because if Jordan Love continues to carve up defenses the way that he has done this year, you got to start defending the pass, and they're going to open up some rushing lanes for Josh Jacobs. Quick tidbit there. I think Emmanuel Wilson is having such a good season is simply because when he's in the game, defense are taking a deep breath.
Probably
right.
right.
To focus in,
yeah,
right? And so that's why the running game is opening up. But when Josh Jacobs is in there, he's the focal point.
Box gets stacked.
He's the focal point. So you're right, Brett. That's the area they have to improve on. But the area I'm most concerned about is the takeaways for this defense. That for me, when I look at this defense, they have 4 takeaways all year. That is it. I mean, last season, I believe our safety, David McKinney, had like 7 or 8 interceptions by himself. And by this time last year, he already had 4 takeaways by himself. So when I look at this Green Bay Packers team, we got to stop having this honeymoon with Jeff Hafley. The honeymoon is over with Jeff Hafley because takeaways has regressed for this football team. When you look at where the Packers are at in rankings, they are ranked in the bottom. They are ranked number 30 in the NFL in total takeaways, and the teams that surround them are the lowly Jets, the Ravens defense, which is awful, the New York Giants, who are under 500, Commanders, Cardinals, and Panthers, and Cowboys. That is the company that they are keeping when it comes to this defense with takeaways, and that is a problem. That will be the sole thing that keeps them away from winning a title, because if they can't force more turnovers, right? If they continue to have this low rate of taking the football away, they're going to find themselves in a bad situation in a playoff game where things get tight. Because listen, how much I love me some Jordan Love in the Packers offense, there's going to be a moment where they're going to throw interception, they're going to fumble the football, and when you lose the turnover battle in the playoffs, you're going to end up losing that football game. So the Green Bay Packers have to be better at forcing turnovers, or they will not be going to the Super Bowl. They have an elite quarterback who is masking this problem for them as their +1 in turnover differential, but that ain't going to last forever. It is up to Hafley to make sure that this defense is starting to force some turnovers, whether it's schematically or whatever you got to do. We have to start forcing turnovers. We saw in the last couple of weeks when you had the strip against Jacoby Brissett, what happened? We were able to get the ball and score, or we got the momentum. You saw last week when they were able to force the turnover on Kenneth Gainwell, what happened? We were able to get the ball back, eat more of the clock, and put the game away. Turnovers are momentum-shifting things for this defense and for this football team, and the Packers have not generated enough of them. If this continues at this rate, where you are the 30th worst team at doing that, you ain't going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I think it's worth bringing up here as I look at the takeaways, and it's not extrapolated in totals, but on a per-game basis, but it tells the story over 17 games. There's only one team with a higher variance of change, and that's Jacksonville this year, who's second in turnovers forced. They averaged 2 per game. Last year, in 2024, they were 0.5 per game. The second biggest variance is that as Jacksonville second in takeaways. When you go down to 30th, you see 0.6 takeaways per game for the Green Bay Packers. Last year, 1.7. That's a 1.1 per game difference on takeaways. And so that's the second biggest variance in a way that it's negative, obviously, for the Green Bay Packers. And there was conversations with Rob Domofsky and Jason Wilde on this very program about the ball king. Ball king.
Yeah, huge
We heard
emphasis.
about that in the offseason. Haven't heard about it enough in the games for the Green Bay Packers.
Whoever's being paid to be the ball king ain't stealing money, tell you that much.
Who's stealing more money, the ball king or Rich Bisaccia?
Ball king, shoot, he only had to work 4 times this year. That's been 8 games. Oh, he been just sitting there chilling, collecting that check.
So, and Brad, I think we've talked about this as well, even just thinking about this conversation. I think it's a really good thing when you look at the less than a turnover a game stat that we just read, 0.6 per game this year for the Packers, yet they're 5-1-1. If they regress anywhere to the mean from a 2-year sample size or this 17 plus 7 game sample size, 24 games, if you get anywhere above 1 and you're 5-1-1, that's a huge opportunity for an offense that's shown that they have pieces in place, and although it's not all figured out, they've been able to be productive And what offense isn't productive with a higher rate of turnovers? Some of those end up on the other side of the field where it's automatically turning into points.
Extra possessions.
And that is something that we saw this team thrive on, even going back to late in 2023. I think about how they had success against the Dallas Cowboys right away on the road as a 7 seed. Jair made a big pick. They had scored on their first possession, and just like that, Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb were yelling at each other. And so we knew it was a story of how they were able to have success last year with Jordan Love playing well, but not as well as people maybe would have hoped. But if you have Jordan Love, where we're all discussing that he's had a great season thus far, the majority of people, 65% of people yesterday saying he's a great quarterback this year, not elite. That was like 20%. Not good. That was like 20%. And obviously not average. You don't have a brain if you said average. If you, with a great quarterback, are able to take more opportunities away from your team and not knowing, some of those are going to be on your side of the field, some of those are going to be on the other team's side of the field. That's going to turn into success for this team, leading to more wins. And if you haven't had them now, it's really great if they start happening when you have the Lions, you have the Eagles, you have the Broncos. Those are going to be tight margin games where you need big things to happen.
You right.
They're 2-5.
Yeah, but
and the Ravens defense right now has sucked outside of kind of stopping the Bears because Caleb Williams stopped himself.
It's the Bears.
And my point is when you have a Ravens team that likely, who is still the favorite to win that division despite being 2-5, you don't know what that game's going to look like. They have a good offense. You take away the ball from the Ravens against a bad defense, you help your chances with what you know as a team overall for the Green Bay Packers. So 800-990-3776. Again, we're looking at this all from the lens of them trying to become a front runner for the Super Bowl because they have what we believe is a team to do so. What is the one thing that's holding them back that you want to see happen the rest of the year? 800-990-3776. That is the Carbless talk and text line.
Oh, yeah, and when it comes to kicking back, relaxing, and making any evening or game-watching experience that much better, then Carbless has to be accompanied right by your side. When you hear that and followed by that beautiful taste of Carbless, you know that you've made the right decision. I mean, every time I grab it and taste it, I'm amazed that the carbonation is absolutely perfect. Not too much, not too little. Not only that, it's a guilt-free experience. 100 calories per can, no gluten, no sugars, no carbs, no guilt. Not only that, man, there's so many flavors to choose from. So no matter what it is, whether you're celebrating Halloween, maybe that feels like more of a classic cocktail type of night, or you want to pull back some of those warm vibes and grab a margarita, there's a flavor for everybody. In the Nortman fridge, there's all those flavors because I can't choose which one's my favorite. I want you to experience why bliss is more with Carbless and enjoy it just like I do.
Read option. You guys choose. Do we want to address one of the biggest boosters of Wisconsin saying he's very positive about where things will be in a year? Or do you want me to tell you why you should bet Jordan Love for MVP? Everyone take a vote.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about with the booster stuff. What are you talking about? Did somebody email you?
No, it was an article from Jim Polzine.
No, but did somebody send it to you at all? Or
yeah, well,
Strofe sent us the article, but didn't put Kyle on it.
Wait, y'all got an article?
You know, that's what we're going to do next. We're going to talk about something that Strofe didn't send Kyle.
We got to suss this out.
Next. What? Wow, Strofe. Oh, you know why? Because you ripped on him yesterday. He left you out.
Oh, my God.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman.
Here's the worst thing that happened about Brad Nortman producing Kyle Bruston Nortman, and is Kyle, you know what's going to happen? He's going to have so much like softness in his heart for producers.
I lost the guy.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Penalty flags? Not here. Carbless is the clean play that every football fan can agree on. With 0 sugar, 0 carbs, and just 100 calories, you get all the flavor without the penalty. Whether you're tailgating outside the stadium, hosting a crew at home, or watching solo in your lucky jersey, Carbless brings premium cocktails right into the huddle. Made to be refreshingly delicious and game day ready, Carbless keeps fans cheering from kickoff to the final whistle. So this season, skip the sugar, skip the carbs, and make the winning call. Find your bliss with Carbless.
Your neighbors are talking. Did you see their siding? Yikes. That drafty window? It's basically air conditioning. From nature. Don't be the scary house on the block this fall. Call Exterior Pros and Baths and get $3,000 off your roofing, siding, windows, or bath project. No tricks, just treats. That's 262-800-4274 or click your way to extpros.com. Fall in love with your home again. Trust the pros.
It's the final days of the fall trade-up event at Cunis. With winter on the horizon, trade up now to a new safe and reliable vehicle. We're offering top dollar for trades. We'll do whatever it takes to get you into a great new ride. At your nearby Milwaukee Metro Cunis locations in Oak Creek, Greenfield, and Hope Chevrolet on West Metro Auto Mall. Don't miss the last 2 weeks of huge discounts on the most popular cars, trucks, and SUVs from Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC. Shop over 600 pre-owned vehicles under 20 grand and over 150 under 10 grand. Plus, you can buy 3 tires and get 1 for $1 just in time for winter.
I'm Brian Bohm, General Manager of Cunis of Oak Creek.
And I'm Bill Eater, General Manager of Cunis of Greenfield.
We would like to invite you to take advantage of these great monthly specials.
And remember that your vehicle will be covered by our exclusive No Fear lifetime powertrain warranty included with new and qualified pre-owned purchases.
Call or stop in today for your VIP appointment.
Don't miss the final days of the fall trade-up event. Start your search online at CunisMKE.com.
What's better than cheering for the Packers with an ice-cold beer in your hand? Cheering for the Packers with an ice-cold beer in your hand that you got for 10% off. And when you get Packers checking from Associated Bank, you get even more. Like 10% off food and 10% off drinks on game day. Like that ice-cold beer in your hand. Plus 15% off Pro Shop gear. Only with Packers checking. Associated Bank. Bank of the Packers. Learn more at associatedbank.com/Packers. Member FDIC.
Your path to a degree should fit your life, not the other way around. At Lakeland University, you can personalize every part of your college experience. With a main campus in Sheboygan, evening classes across the state, and flexible online options, you choose how and when you learn. Just graduated high school, changing careers, juggling work and life, they've got options for you. You can even earn credit for experience you already have or for the work you're doing now, saving time and money. Start customizing your future today at lakeland.edu/ESPN. Lakeland University. Experience it your way.
This is an ad by BetterHelp.
BetterHelp therapists have helped more than 5 million people worldwide on their mental health journeys. Moments in therapy, like the right question, a safe space to cry, or a small win can really change lives. This World Mental Health Day, we're celebrating the therapists who have helped millions of people take a step forward. If you're ready to find the right therapist for you, BetterHelp can start that journey. Our listeners get 10% off their first month. Just call or text pound 250 and say the keyword timeout. That's keyword timeout after calling or texting pound 250.
In football, what does every great team start with?
A strong defense. Same's true in business.
Defense against what?
Cyber threats. That's why companies use Trend Micro.
What do they actually protect?
Your network, your data, your people, from ransomware, phishing, and more.
So it's not just antivirus?
Not at all. Trend Micro has a full defensive playbook trusted worldwide for over 35 years.
Sounds like the kind of defense every business needs.
Exactly. Don't get blindsided. Go to trendmicro.com and see how enterprise security is done right.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
I want you, we can bring it on the floor. Never danced like this before.
When's it going to end? When are Kyle and Strofe going to make up for good?
I don't know. Strofe is this is egregious. Strofe was trying to keep me from being great at my job.
Wow, it's quite the accusation to your producer.
He admitted to purposely not putting me on an email.
Well, to his credit, you do miss a lot of the things that he does send to you.
Repeat what you said in the break. Go ahead.
I read 50% of the emails that you send to me.
Damn!
50?
That's it?
I'm just curious.
Yeah, I mean,
hold on. Just curious. For somebody that claims I'm trying to hold them back from doing or being great at their job, you would say I send you at least one extensive email a day, correct? Of things that will be on the show?
Yeah, you send that to me.
So reading 50% of those would be my fault for holding you back?
No, what's called? Just because somebody doesn't read it doesn't mean you're supposed to stop sending it. That'd be bad.
No, I actually think he's actually standing on business.
Your manager would be disappointed if he found out you didn't send somebody email.
I actually think his manager would be more disappointed in the person who's supposed to be reading the email that doesn't.
Oh, well, still, you're just not supposed to stop sending it.
No,
Team
Strofe. Team Strofe. Yeah, that's right, Brad. The world against Kyle. Kyle Bruston-Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin as a large University of Wisconsin booster's got his name all over the program.
This
Camp
article
Randall.
is crazy.
Yeah, it sure is.
Yeah, I wish you would have sent it to me
in a good way.
yesterday.
It's crazy in a good way.
Ted Kellner
Kinda.
is a big booster, and look, the short of it is he's not looking for anybody to be fired. He's a supporter of Chris McIntosh and Luke Fickell. I don't get the angst a lot of people do, and this is from Jim Polzine, an article that he wrote. Do I wish we were better? Sure. Does Luke want to be better? Of course. But the decision, whoever we have at coach, should reside only with the athletic director, and I think things will be vastly different next year on a number of fronts as it pertains to particularly football. Now, I guess where I'm going with this is the more and more we hear about Chris McIntosh, fire Fickell was a chant that was ringing amongst people's ears at Camp Randall, or at least the people that were there, that were left there, about 3 weeks ago. And then you see the letter to Badger Nation from Chris McIntosh talking about reinvesting in the football program, NIL, all of the likes. The more and more I see and feel things from very important people at the university, it's starting to feel as if no matter what happens this season, that Luke Fickell will still be the head coach at the University of Wisconsin. Am I off base? Is anyone else starting to feel that?
Oh, I've felt that way since the letter came out.
Well, I
now we're getting more is my point.
Yeah, I feel that as well. The letter from McIntosh, a donor and a booster like Kellner, his words should be taken with a lot of weight. And if guys like him are not upset or wanting to see a change, that carries a lot of weight when it comes to decisions like who may or may not be fired.
Especially in the world of college athletics where it's money involved.
Yeah, I mean, the problem with Ted Kellner here is his money. He can do whatever the hell he wants with it. But also, I don't know Ted, but I do know he's probably a man who has an ego. And when you have an ego, and you think that, remember, he was 100% behind the hiring of Luke Fickell. And he
As we all were.
Yep. And he glowed about McIntosh in that article.
He did, but he likes McIntosh, and he let him fly on his private plane. So even he would have to admit, we were wrong on this one, because I'm sure behind closed doors, he was the one who said, hey, if y'all go get Fickell, I'll help any way that I can. And
the article does also allude to a tone change of the last time Jim did talk to Ted Kellner 11 months ago.
So I read 11 months ago.
He was
more upset.
angrier back then than he was now.
He was mad about
Shockingly.
NIL stuff. And
after the Oregon game,
yeah.
which was actually a close game. I was at that one. But still, it was another loss. And it was, what is it, 8 straight Big Ten losses now?
I think that's right.
And so if Ted don't want to, if he's good with it, he has a lot of persuasion inside that athletic department because how much money he gives. And it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that we may have to sit here. When it came to McIntosh, how he felt, I'm like, I don't know. He may still fire him. But when I know one of the biggest donors at the University of Wisconsin, if he's not upset, he's not mad, if he's not demanding to change or he's threatening to pull money, then he might end up staying. Because at the end of the day, in the world of NIL, the donors dictate a lot. You think that James Franklin was fired because the athletic director decided that I want to fire him today? No, there was some pressure. If you think Brian Kelly got fired because all of a sudden the athletic director decided I don't want to have him here anymore, no. It's pressure from those who are willing to pay buyouts and those who are willing to fund the institution of athletics of football. So if you don't have any people applying pressure, then it is what it is. If Ted Kellner likes a losing program, then I guess that's what we'll get.
Dr. Denver Dan chimes in on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee. Are college coaches' salaries guaranteed? If so, where am I going? Again, the biggest thing I wanted to mention is the start there. There's the buyout portion of things to if you are going to fire a coach. Now, what I am hearing is a lot of universities are trying to reevaluate how they do their contracts with coaches, because if you are looking to pay a coach a certain amount of money and then there is a buyout, that inhibits your ability to then field a good enough team and get the right coach all in one after you move on from someone. That is to be seen, but it's something that I know is being discussed. What I want to know is just a true pulse right now. Let's get the pulse on Twitter at KBN ESPN. For the Wisconsin Badgers, are you trusting the process with Fickell and McIntosh, or are you just ready to move on right now?
I'm ready to move on. I am. I've seen too much after 3 years. I've seen this program descend into an area that I've never seen in my whole life, being the worst team in the Big Ten and not even being able to field a team that looks competitive, like they have a pulse or a culture. So I feel like I'm ready to move on. The more I'm hearing, though, I feel like they will be trusting the process and thinking that Fickell will be back. And one more thing I might add, and another reason why I think McIntosh and Fickell think that they can basically buy themselves another year, and why they would want to buy themselves another year. Because there's all this talk about more money being thrust into the program. First of all, I don't know where they're going to get that money from. I really don't. I don't think that the NIL is overflowing. And if you're talking about earmarking slightly more for that $20 million that everybody gets, that's not going to make a ton of waves. However, if you look at next year's schedule, boy, it's a cakewalk. It is easy.
Can I ask you a question, Brad?
Just hold on.
Okay.
I'm going to give you a chance to ask a question. So the Badgers are 18th right now in the Big Ten.
The Badgers are the cakewalk.
Thank you. Yep. What are we talking about?
I'm just saying, though, if there's a chance to resuscitate this, they're probably looking at that and saying, well, we're trying to peak next year. I mean, peak from the low. But they play, now hold on with me, the current Big Ten standings, they play the 4th, 6th, 7th team, 11th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, and 17th team. They basically play a little bit of some of the top, but mostly the bottom half of the Big Ten. And of course, the Badgers are 18th of 18th, but they play 11, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17 all next year. And their non-conference is Western Illinois, Pittsburgh, and Notre Dame will be tough. But they probably look at it and
tough.
They probably look at it and
tough.
Say, hey, we can get 6
more
wins
than
next
tough.
year.
Route.
They probably say we can get 6 wins and save face next year because the schedule will be so easy. I think it's a little bit of a cop-out, but I think that's what they're waiting for, is the easy schedule next year.
Brad, I cannot believe you, because you're a smart guy, and you know math, so you know numbers, but I cannot believe you just said the Badgers play the 11th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th ranked teams in the Big Ten.
Why did you just turn him into a complete nerd?
Because there's other programs looking to say, well, at least next year we play Wisconsin. Like, Brad, what are you talking about?
I'm just telling you what
we're the
they're
worst
thinking.
team. Why would they be thinking that? We're the worst team. We have not even beaten the teams that are bad that we played this year in the Big Ten,
That's
Brad.
fair.
We are a bottom feeder. We can't beat Minnesota. We probably can't beat Michigan State. We for sure ain't beat USC. We probably ain't. You know what? We're as bad as Purdue. We are as bad as Purdue.
We are as bad as
That is
Purdue.
how far we have fallen. And in that 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, you talking about Penn State.
Yeah, Penn State's in a moment of transition.
Your mic isn't on. You're as bad as the Badger football program in radio.
Transition upheaval right now.
Exactly. So the problem I have is this, is that you got to fire Luke Fickell. There is no other option. Luke Fickell has had this Wisconsin program regress, and right now you're getting close to a point where Luke Fickell won't be able to return because of the bridges that he has burned. When there is so much disdain for somebody for what they have done and the product they have put on the field, it messes with everybody, right? Nobody wants to support that. They can't get behind it. And what really burns me, have y'all seen the Cincinnati football program lately?
Yeah, they're top 25.
They're good.
They have a great offense.
They're really good.
And they play in the Big 12. So what I'm saying is this, is that Cincinnati, the school he left, is better than Wisconsin. Literally, the program he left is just about or better than what it was when he left. And Wisconsin has completely regressed. He has destroyed our program, so he has to go. It just did not work out. So he should be fired based off the poor performance of this team. He can't develop players. He's not doing a great job in the transfer portal.
When it comes to the Badgers, are you trusting the process with Luke Fickell and Chris McIntosh, or are you ready to move on? That's on Twitter at KBN ESPN, and I want to get this out as many ways as possible because I want to get the pulse. I want to know if people are buying into what Luke Fickell and most likely Chris McIntosh are putting together as a plan to have this program go from 18th to moving forward. Again, don't look at me. I'm just the messenger. Don't look at me like that.
Have they been competitive at all in Big Ten play, Brad?
Just I'm the messenger. Keep your thoughts because we got more to get to with them because they're ruining the whole state financially. Now they're hurting businesses and pockets. We'll get to that in a little bit. But first, you're going to tell us about American Family Insurance.
Oh, I love to tell y'all about American Family Insurance. If you are looking to get homeowners insurance, if you're even looking to get car insurance or life insurance, American Family Insurance is the way to go. And just like a great team needs great protection, American Family Insurance knows your family needs it too. That is why they make life easier by protecting your dreams with outstanding home and auto policies. It's so easy. Simply go to amfam.com today. And I'm telling y'all, if you need to get a quote, like you're buying a new home or you're looking to get new car insurance, go to amfam.com. Then give you a quote online. Just fill out a couple, pages of information, and bada boom, bada bang, there you have it. You have your quote instantly online. Or if you're like me, you like to talk to somebody, you can find an insurance agent near you. They're all over southeastern Wisconsin, all across the state of Wisconsin as well. So always know, insure carefully and dream fearlessly with American Family Insurance. Visit amfam.com today to find an insurance agent near you or get an instant quote online.
More Kyle Bruston Nortman with you next.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman.
Love you.
What?
Love you.
Love you too.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
The wait is over. Badger Hoops tips off this month. With new faces on the roster and highly anticipated conference battles ahead, the drive for excellence never changes. From buzzer beaters to Big Ten showdowns, Wisconsin men's basketball delivers the moments you live for at the Kohl Center. Purchase your single-game tickets by visiting uwbadgers.com or by calling 1-800-GO-BADGERS. That's uwbadgers.com or 1-800-GO-BADGERS.
This is Matt Meitner, owner of Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Do you find yourself talking to your dog but feel like she's not listening to you?
Bella, sit!
Are you constantly repeating yourself but she's not following your directions?
Sit! Sit!
Frustrating, isn't it? At Sit Means Sit Dog Training, we want to help you have a happy, confident, and obedient dog, and we also want to make the training process an enjoyable and worthwhile experience. Contact Sit Means Sit today to schedule a free consultation so we can create a customized training program so you are able to have the dog you want and deserve.
Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Sorry, we don't train husbands, wives, or kids.
The delicious taste of victory deserves something equally superior. Cheer on your team with Michelob Ultra. At 2.6 carbs and 95 calories, it's a superior, smooth taste worth playing for. Grab a Michelob Ultra, superior light beer, as you cheer your team on. Michelob Ultra, official beer sponsor of the Milwaukee Bucks. Enjoy a Michelob Ultra at Dugout 54 in Milwaukee, Maxwell's in Cedarburg, Stenney's Lake Country, and Brat Stop in Kenosha. Please enjoy responsibly.
Hey, it's Brad Nortman, and when it comes to my home, I want a team that I can trust, and that's Lifetime Home Services. From cleaner air and radon safety to custom closets and electrical work, they do it all under one roof. What I'm most excited about right now is their epoxy floors. They make your garage clean, durable, and organized, with shelving and storage to get everything off the floor. For over 30 years, families have trusted Lifetime Home Services to make their homes safer and better looking. Trusted solution, lifetime results. Schedule today at lifetimehomeservices.com.
UW Credit Union presents the Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org.
With your UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, I'm Will Summers. This week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week is Muskego senior running back Jackson Nemec. In a rivalry showdown with Mukwonago, Nemec scored 4 first-half touchdowns, 2 on the ground, 1 on a 46-yard catch and run, and 1 on a punt return to give Muskego a 35-0 lead at the break. The Warriors would go on to win 38-21, clinching an outright Classic 8 conference title for the first time since 2022. That monster night only adds to a dominant senior campaign. Coming into Week 9, Nemec was averaging nearly 11 yards per carry on just 65 attempts with 8 touchdowns on the ground, and has emerged as the team's leading receiver as well. Nemec's terrific season thus far has garnered the attention of Division I football programs. Congratulations to Muskego's Jackson Nemec, this week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week.
Hungry for something fresh and delicious? Get your favorites from Cousin Subs delivered straight to your door. From our freshly baked bread and hand-sliced meats and cheeses to our famous sides, crispy golden fries, Wisconsin cheese curds, or creamy mac and cheese. Every meal made to order and ready to enjoy. Ordering is quick and easy online or through the Cousins app. Whether it's a solo lunch, family dinner, or a spread for the whole crew, let us bring it straight to you, fast and fresh. Cousin Subs. We believe in better.
Shop the Pin!
The new Piggly Wiggly Pig Points program is here, and earning rewards just got easier. Now you'll earn 10 Pig Points for every $1 you spend, and redeem those points on your favorite products right in the store. It's simple, it's rewarding, and it's all right here at your neighborhood Piggly Wiggly. So shop more, earn more, and save more, only at Piggly Wiggly. Sign up today at shopthepig.com.
Piggly Wiggly, shop the pig.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
We got a bunch of nerds around here, I can tell you that much. Brad Nerdman, obviously. Alex Strofe, big dictionary.com guy. Kyle Wallace, I think, is upset with dictionary.com. This came out way quicker than Strofe usually expects it to.
I'm really upset.
Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, Strofe running the show. UKBN Nation on the Carbless Talking text line 800-990-3776. And on YouTube, at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. So why you hot?
Well, so I had this whole game plan. I literally had a conversation yesterday with Madison Hayes 24, our social media queen. And I was like, dude, I've got this great idea. Next week's the first week of November. I'm going to start giving out all week next week the of the years, right? The person of the year, blah, 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 blah. And it all rooted from the idea of I thought I cracked the code, what the word of the year would be. And I was like, dictionaries aren't dumb enough to say, hey, 2 words are going to be the word. The word of the year, according to dictionary.com, is not a word. It's not a word. It's multiple words.
And it means nothing.
It means nothing, and it is a meme, which is fine. I'm okay with the meme thing, but it's something that means nothing, and it's numbers. It is 6767. 67 is dictionary.com's word of the year, which, number one, stupid, dumb. It means nothing. I like the trend. I think it's kind of funny. I think it's funny to slip into when we're talking about Jordan Love. Oh, yeah, that 6-7 yard completion to Tucker Kraft. Kind of funny, right? I like that. But
I don't even know if that's I've never really found the trend to be that.
Yeah, it's very lame.
It's not. It's a targeted for millennials.
I like it. I didn't like it at first because I was confused. But when you get past trying to understand what it is.
No, but here's the thing, Kyle. I have a good track record of these things. I can.
Do you?
I can usually pinpoint. Last year I nailed it. It was demure was the word of the year.
Oh, yeah. So
I nailed it. I thought.
What did you think it was going to be this year?
I'll get to that in a moment. I am good at like predicting what the album of the year will be, what the Time Person of the year will be. I have a good track record of that. So I was going to do a whole thing about my credentials and I might still do it. But the word of the year was the whole root of this idea. And it's October 29th, man. There's still a sixth of the year left.
Yeah, that's true.
And we're already determining what the word of the 6-7. Okay. Anyway, my thought was the word of the year was going to be aura. A-U-R-A, aura.
Why is that?
Because it has a heavy, if you go look at the Google trend, it's been used way more this year than past decades. It's been slipping into like a bunch of areas of life. It's in movie reviews. It's on cereal boxes. Sports commentators are using the word aura to describe people. You have a great
Would you say you have aura?
Probably not. No, I wouldn't. But maybe on things like this, I have aura because I have a great track record.
You keep saying you have a great track record, but there's also nothing to prove you have a great track record.
That's probably not true.
But you're just saying things right now, like we're all supposed to believe. Strofe's the time of the year the time person of the year predictor guy.
Would that surprise you that I have a good track record on these things? Because
no,
I'm very plugged in on this stuff.
Yes, from 11 to 1 at night, we don't know what you're doing. It's probably looking up stuff like this.
I'm getting educated.
I will say, if I've got questions with pop culture or trends, I would say you're probably one of my go-tos to figure out what's going on. Like how I asked Kyle what BBL meant yesterday. I don't know, but you guys are like sort of a brain trust.
You don't put me in there.
Huh?
Don't put me in there. When you say you guys, just Kyle and Strofe, because I don't know half the stuff that's going on either. Do you have any problems with dictionary.com?
I do. Dictionary.com, they basically bend the knee to whatever dumb slang is.
The knee.
It's absurd. The fact that they're putting 6-7 in the dictionary is and call it the word of the year is absolutely absurd. I was beginning to think, like, what if they just pick all these random slang words from previous years, and then they're in the dictionary forever. So I went down a little bit of rabbit hole and saw what are some of the slang words that I remember using that would be embarrassing if the dictionary actually put it in there. Do we remember words like, how about using the word not? Like, that's cool. Not.
A not joke?
Sure.
Borat. Psych.
Could you imagine psych is also on there? Imagine the dictionary going under not, saying 90s slang term for trying to redirect someone on their commentary. It's totally absurd. How about the 2000s? There's some fun in the 2000s. Cool beans. Remember cool beans?
Cool beans.
Cool beans.
Cool beans.
We were pretty lame
Cool
for
beans.
being honest so
Tight.
far.
Tight.
Oh, yeah, that's tight.
That's tight.
That's
That's tight.
Yeah.
That's tight. How about sick? Yeah, it's sick.
Oh, that was sick,
Sick, bro.
That was cold.
That's sick, bro.
Bro. Bro.
Bro.
Bro is a strong one. But not only that, so it's easy to go from our generation.
Gosh, or are we just simpletons?
But I was like, but if it's in there forever. So I went back and looked at the slang from the 1940s.
Oh, wow.
Slang from the You know what killer diller meant?
I don't know. You better be careful.
Killer diller. It meant really cool. It meant impressive. How about Jeepers?
Jeepers Creepers.
Jeepers is. I still use Jeepers.
Hold on, real quick. I just want to point out that the very first dictionary to claim the word of the year was the American Dialect Society. So I guess it's more of a society than a dictionary. But in 1992, the word of the year was not.
You're joking.
Sir.
Not.
I'm dead serious. 1996, the word of the year was mom from your mom jokes and soccer moms.
What is happening?
Dude, your mom was. That was
In 2000, it was Chad.
Chad.
Brads and Chads.
No, more hanging Chad, I believe, in that context.
I don't know what that means.
Because of the election.
Oh, gotcha.
In 2012, it was hashtag. Just the hashtag.
And now we're
Embarrassing.
6'7".
Embarrassing.
6'7".
Hashtag.
6'7".
Yes.
Sean Gary did the little dance, and
That was pretty good, actually.
Yeah, some of the recent ones I actually can't say on the radio, I don't think, from the American Dialect Society, but
they need better standards then.
Yeah, American Dialect
COVID
Society.
was the word of the year in 2020, obviously.
You said Coke?
COVID.
I was talking about Coca-Cola.
Do you know one of the most...
Any other good ones, Brad, from that we can reminisce on in the good old days?
Well,
when things were simpler.
There are some fun ones from the 1940s. You know, the most common phrase from the 1940s was...
Gee whiz.
I lost it. 23 skidoo. 23. It means that we got to get out of here.
Is that
we got
the
a
new
20
67?
Yeah, exactly. It's the new 27.
We should bring that back. 23 skidoo. It's like code words.
You know what sucks is that the people who were actually using this language are getting older.
There's a fun one from the 1910s referring to alcohol as giggle water.
Oh, that's good.
Giggle water.
Don chimes in on the Car Plus Talking text line. What's that? What's that?
Were you born when Waza came out? Okay.
He's in diapers.
Probably. He said, Waza.
When was the first Waza reference?
Probably, I would say like
2001 maybe?
Like that.
I was alive then.
Did you ever talk to the hand?
Yeah.
Talk to the hand because the face ain't listening.
Talk to the hand.
We should also bring that one back.
Or even just
talk to the hand.
Or even just the word word.
Word.
Yeah,
that's word.
That's word.
I feel like people still use that.
Yeah.
Word.
It's amazing how that has lasted.
How you living, man? How you living?
How you living?
How you living?
How you living, Biggie Smalls? It's a great song.
So we
hold on.
stink. 6'7" is that's a crime.
I said what my word of the year would be. Do you guys have answers?
I can't even do words on this show.
I don't even know what's trending in 2025.
It doesn't necessarily need to be trending. It would be a word that has maybe been added to your vocabulary. We're not talking
hyperbolic.
We're not talking about Ben's edition. Maybe one you hadn't heard prior.
You have a whole list of mine.
I do, yes.
A word I haven't heard prior that I heard this year.
Extrapolate, by the way, the newest word on that list. You used it earlier in the show.
He did.
I don't know if I have
All right,
one.
think about that. I'm going to ask you for it, and I'm going to put it on the all-new KBN TikTok, at KBN ESPN on TikTok.
Oh, wow.
We have a TikTok?
I love TikTok.
TikTok. That's our new TikTok sound.
TikTok. Oh, wow. Why
We're
do we
just
have
stealing the...
Wait, time out.
We had a Scalzone Brust one that is now converted to Kyle Brust and Nortman.
Okay.
So wait.
As of last night.
Shut out. But question. So what is the TikTok sound for? What does that mean?
If I reference something we said on TikTok, I'm going to click this.
Oh,
So you go to TikTok and follow us at KBN ESPN and check out what we're talking about on the air on TikTok.
Follow us,
TikTok, I'm going to make it all exclusive content.
All behind the scenes?
All behind the scenes, no show clips, maybe sometimes show
Maybe
clips.
sometimes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, I was going to compare your headbutt to Tucker Kraft's headbutt. I was going to do a film breakdown on that on TikTok.
I love
One
it.
of my ideas.
Wow,
So-
did you send this in the email too?
No, this was just Strofe and I texting last night.
Okay. I was just,
Just got to check.
You know when I asked you State of the Union before the show?
That's going on TikTok.
That is on TikTok.
Play the sound.
Real quick. 39 words added to the dictionary this year. One of them's baby girl.
Hey!
Baby girl. Literally one word, baby girl.
Look at me.
Right underneath it, baddie.
My God.
Baddie might be my word of the year because I never heard that before Kyle said it.
Yeah, wow. I'm dictionary.com.
We're back in 2 minutes.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank. Tri-City National Bank offers a full suite of personal and business banking products at more than 25 convenient locations. Open your account today at the community bank that's Milwaukee's best bank. Learn more at tcnb.com.
Hard to debate that anybody's been a bigger weapon for the Packers offense this season than tight end Tucker Kraft. Kraft leads the team and is second amongst all tight ends in the league with 469 yards receiving, and leads the team and leads tight ends in the league with 6 receiving touchdowns. Quarterback Jordan Love joined Kay Adams on Up and Adams earlier this week and discussed what Kraft's been doing all year.
Tuck doing what Tuck's been doing all season is to go get that yak. I mean, he's got 2 dudes chasing down the field. He's stiff-arming guys. He's breaking tackles.
Love, Kraft, and the Packers offense look to keep things going Sunday at home against the Carolina Panthers. The Packers 12.5-point favorites.
This has been your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank, your hometown bank.
Little by little, some banks are pecking away at your balance with fees on their checking. You need an account with no monthly fee. Make the switch to Tri-City. Tri-City National Bank. Member FDIC.
Craving that crispy, cheesy, thick Detroit-style pizza? Well, now you got it with Screamin' Sicilian. Screamin' Sicilian delivers the crunch, the gooey cheese pull, and that light, airy crust that you love, all baked in its own pan for those crave-worthy caramelized edges straight from your home oven. You got the cheese, the pepperoni, multi-meat, or supreme. It's like dining out, but without the hefty bill. Find Screamin' Sicilian in your local grocer's freezer section. Screamin' Sicilian, Detroit-style, thick, crispy, unapologetically screamin'.
Do you worry about how much someone drinks?
Do you feel neglected or unloved? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you are not alone.
Al-Anon and Alateen can help. Call 1-866-200-0223 or visit alanon.org/help.
Gabe Neitzel here. Catch Jen, Gabe, and Chewy mornings 7 to 9 on 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN on ESPN Wisconsin. Here's Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, and Brad Nortman.
Just when I thought it couldn't feel any worse, I think Brad and Kyle are going to make us feel worse. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, Stroph's running the show. Get us on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. See our beautiful faces there. The Carbless Talk and Text line is always open for you, 800-990-3776. Less is more. Something caught my eye, and I didn't know what it was, but I'm glad I asked Bradley as soon as he sat down next to me at around 1 o'clock today. Please just enlighten all of us on whatever crow means.
Yeah, crow stands
This
for
might start boring, but I promise it's worth your time.
Oh, it's going to rev up. CROW stands for the Center of Research on the Wisconsin Economy. So that might glaze your eyes over, but you're going to want to listen up because this neutral third party, basically judging and evaluating the Wisconsin economy, wrote about it. It did a study and an article that they then published called the economic impact of the Badger football team's declining performance. And you might just think to yourself, well, just my Saturdays are ruined by watching the Badgers. No big deal. Nobody's hurt. It's really no big deal. But this organization, their study and their findings are shocking, absolutely shocking. They talk about how the decline has become so bad that the poor performance threatens to cut football profits by up to $20 million annually. $20 million is how much the football team will likely lose. They make about $60 million per year. So that 60 will go to 40. So they will have $20 million less of annual profit going forward. That's
that is a
1/3.
lot of money.
That's a lot of money. And just as you keep in mind, I know the big question was, well, Luke Fickell's buyout, $25 million. That feels like a lot of money. Put that in perspective as we're talking about these things. Not only that, I talk about the university-wide ramifications, alumni relations, cascading down of less money for the athletic department, for less other programs to be funded because you're making less money because that's your major cash cow with the football team. But this is the one that was really eye-popping, right? Because it's one thing to have it square in the face of the university and the football team. They're making the choice. Therefore, they have the repercussions of whatever they decide. The economic ripple effects for the community in the state is shocking. They estimate that there would be an economic shrink in activity in just Madison of $160 million for bad football performance. And when you think about it, it's true. I see bars less populated. I see less people at the game. Merchandise, all restaurants, everything is cyclical.
Hotels, people traveling in for games because it's a must-see event.
Exactly. And talking about traveling
must
for
close
games.
your eyes event right now. Nailed it. Haha.
Economic shrinking of $160 million for Madison. Statewide, $280 million each year to the state of Wisconsin because of reduced visitor spending, game attendance, decreased tourism, merchandise sales, and this is a pretty damning sentence here, a weakened reputational situation for the university and Wisconsin as a whole. Yeah. The entire economic state taking a hit because the Wisconsin Badger football team struggling. So as to sum up, $20 million less per year because of the football team, but the economic ripple effects throughout Madison and the state are jarring. It's something that you can't toy around with. If anything, it creates a real sense of urgency that if you're going to move on, turn the page, and fire Fickell, then you got to do it, and you got to do it quick.
You make me want to cry.
Better believe that he has to turn things around ASAP, right now. No time to waste.
I do want to put this out there again for those to know. I want your thoughts. When it comes to the Badgers, are you trusting the process with Luke Fickell and Chris McIntosh, or are you ready to move on? That is the poll on Twitter at KBN ESPN. My somber tone is because of what Saturday's meant and how it's hurting everybody.
Yeah, Saturdays are over because of Luke Fickell. Luke Fickell is doing more than just killing a football program, gentlemen. He's killing a whole damn state economy. That is what losing is doing at the University of Wisconsin right now. Brad just said the school, the athletic program is losing $20 million. The city of Madison is losing $160 million, and the state is $280 million. Guess what? If anybody else ran a business that lost that much money, you know what they would do? They'd be fired. They'd be fired instantly. And somehow we got people around the athletic program looking at these numbers and thinking it's okay. This man is doing more than just killing football. He is killing the economy of the state of Wisconsin, and we cannot go for it any longer. It's just ridiculous that we're doing this. But then you talk about the $20 million gap. Bro, that right there, that $20 million gap, you can fill that easily if you get rid of Fickell. I promise you. Luke Fickell problem is not going to go away. Luke Fickell will not work at Wisconsin. It will not work at Wisconsin. You got to get a whole new energy around this program right now because of the fact that he has come along and he has destroyed relationships with alumni. He has destroyed the fan base and their hope and aspirations for winning a championship. And then this football team is not playing for the pride of the W. So when you see numbers like this, it's more than just the fact that this team has only won 2 football games and haven't won a Big Ten football game. No. We're talking about millions and millions of dollars that are impacting the state of Wisconsin. If I'm the governor of the state, if I'm the mayor of damn Madison, you know what I'm doing? I'm making one call, that's all, to Chris McIntosh and the president of UW-Madison to say, y'all got
the chancellor?
Thank you, the chancellor. Becky, that's her name, right?
No,
it used to be Rebecca.
Monin, what's her first name now?
Jennifer Mnuchin.
I just know she came from Notre Dame. I keep talking about Rebecca. But yes, you got to fire Luke Fickell.
It's a huge decision with tons of ramifications, and I'm right there with you. I don't know how this team turns it around. This program turns it around, and it's a lot of people are losing a lot of money in the meantime.
Right now on the poll, when it comes to the Badgers, are you trusting the process with Luke Fickell and Chris McIntosh, or are you ready to move on? Trusting the process? 19% of people ready to move on. 81% of people. Why are you hyping up 19%?
The quiet minority.
It is a very, well, I'd say I see a little bit when I do talk about the Wisconsin Badgers, but like,
Can I just say I voted for trusting the process, but not by choice.
What does that mean?
I'm ready to move on, but it's very clear they're not going to.
But the question is, are you trusting the process? Are you, or are you just doing it because you have to?
Or
I'm
not
just doing it because I have to.
So you're saying you think they're going to trust the process, but you'd prefer to move on.
I don't know that solves anything either, so it seems like they're coming up with a contingency plan.
No. The longer this drags on, the more impact.
When you say this, what do you mean?
This regime of coach and management structure. Because honestly, when I say management structure, these are run like professional businesses now, with the players, with the money, with the coaching, with how you have to get guys. The way it's structured, the longer this goes, the more it tarnishes everything you've built and makes it even harder to build back up. And the economic, thing that Brad just shared, that's only going to get worse for everyone. If anything changes, guess what people do? All right, I can re-engage back in. Let's see what we got. Let's see who's here. Let's see who might want to be here. Let's see who is coming in for interviews, what's being talked about, who's going to be, like, there starts to be a buzz around bringing something back that is literally dead.
There's hope.
Dead.
So I guess I want to point out a few things that McIntosh has done aside from, obviously, this football miss, because it seems like he's now in the crosshairs more, maybe even more so than Fickle. The new facilities are being used as a recruitment tool. There's a commitment to assets to help the football program. And then the rejuvenation of the basketball program, and obviously volleyball and women's hockey has been good. Does he get any credit for any of those things?
Guys.
As long as football
the third thing doesn't matter. Football is everything. Yeah, it is driving money for the school to be able to support all of those other things. Those other things become more of a cost that you're thinking about than an investment about the future, because you can't support it anymore because the revenue's not coming in from the major sport that you have. Facilities, guess who doesn't give a damn about facilities when you look at you're the 18th best team in the Big Ten with what you've shown on the field through 2.5 years. Recruits, transfers, anyone there. Putting assets into the program? Who in their right mind thinks putting assets into what we've seen is going to change anything? I guess I can't speak for those with money, because I am not one of them.
Yeah, you can't put your assets into this right now because it's just the program's bad. Right? It's a bad football program. It's not a good investment, and that's why you have to move on. And when you look at other schools, it's just crazy to me. Again, Wisconsin isn't LSU, Wisconsin isn't Penn State, but the fact that you see all these other schools have a sense of urgency of firing their coaches. Virginia Tech firing coaches because what the product on the field is not good enough. Wisconsin needs to get with the program, or they're going to get left behind. It's going to have lasting impacts.
Here's what we're going to do. We're going to hear Brad out. He says it's the greatest one he's ever put together.
Best one I've ever had.
And then we're going to go to Rob Domofsky, the bold, the bald, the beautiful. Should be able to see his face on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and ESPN Madison. That's the plan coming up next year. That was sad, but just the truth. More next.
That was beautiful, Ben.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN.
I legitimately understand sugar.
Is it good, Brad?
It's unbelievable. It's so good. I'm changed. Not for the better.
Come on.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Starting off with some action. We've got southbound 94 right at the ramp from College Avenue. The two right lanes blocked with a crash. It is a semi that is off on its side, and it's a big, big mess. Right now, we've got delays stretching all the way back to about Lapham on 4394 southbound, all the way down to this accident scene. Also, 894 eastbound is also backing up from about 51st Street all the way through the Mitchell interchange. So keep that in mind. Other than that, we've got a crash on 894 southbound just south of Beloit Road. The right lane is blocked with that one. Traffic is brought to you by Fisco Auto Body. Call Fisco Auto Body to help with all body repair needs. Fisco, Fisco, Fisco. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight. Partly cloudy skies, a low of 42. Tomorrow, Thursday, partly cloudy, a high of 53. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
This is Kevin Moret from Mentality. Every day is a silent competition, and with testosterone dropping 1% annually, you're fighting an uphill battle. Your colleagues notice when you lose your edge, your partner senses when your confidence wavers, and without addressing low T, you're set up to fail. No willpower can overcome this hormonal deficit. Mentality's FDA-approved treatments have shown a 30% increase in testosterone levels. Don't let low T define you. Reclaim your power at mentalityhealth.com/radio. That's mentalityhealth.com/radio.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Any coach will tell you, games are won in the preparation. The same's true in cybersecurity. Trend Micro helps businesses move from reactive to proactive with cyber risk exposure management. That means real-time visibility into your risks across cloud, email, endpoints, and networks. For over 35 years, enterprises worldwide have trusted Trend Micro to prepare, protect, and perform. Don't wait for the next threat to blow the whistle. Get secure now at trendmicro.com because the best defense is being ready before the game even starts.
It's a bird bash at Potawatomi. Thursdays, you could win up to $50,000 cash in the Bird Bash game show. Just play with your rewards card this October for a chance to win. Wouldn't you like to rake in a huge pile of cash? Bird Bash, only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. More info at potawatomi.com/birdbash. Must be 21 years old to play.
So many of our youth carry unimaginable burdens. Anger, depression, even thoughts of suicide. At Rawhide Youth Services, we recognize their pain. We help them find hope and healing. For those that need a second chance at life, we refuse to give up on them. Please be a part of our life-saving work. When you donate your used vehicle to Rawhide, you're helping change the lives of countless youth in our communities. Donate today and get a $100 Quick Trip gift card. Learn more at rawhide.org/donate.
Oh no, there's only seltzer left, and it's passionberry almond fruit? Who comes up with these? Kick the aluminum can to the curb and mix up a cocktail you actually want with Tito's. It tastes great, it's gluten-free, and it's available in a variety of sizes for your convenience. The flavor abilities are endless. Tito's Handmade Vodka, the official spirit of whatever you want to drink. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Nothing like heading over to the Princeton Club, whether it's in the Madison area locations or in the New Berlin location in Milwaukee. You walk in, they're friendly, the vibe is high, the environment is great, and plus they provide everything you need to have a successful health journey. No goal is too big or too small. Simply get that tour. You're going to fall in love with everything. Love sometimes going on the weekend just to get a sweat in, and then also just sit in the steam room, sauna, whichever one I'm feeling, because they have something for everyone. Have that strong body, have that strong mind, and help provide a strong community by joining the Princeton Club. Free childcare with the membership, open 24/7. Literally, go check it out. It is a perfect place for you, wherever you're at, to find a better tomorrow. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, Strofe running the show. YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. Carbless talking text line 800-990-3776. It's time now to hear from the punter. Let's hear Brad out.
They say punters are people too.
Punters are worthy of breaking news.
No, really, that's what they say.
Raising awareness everywhere that punters are people too.
Okay, let's go to it. Time to hear from the punter. Time to hear Brad out.
All right, guys. Wow. That might have been...
I don't even think I heard anything other than one voice right there.
We are one.
We are one.
We are one.
That is a heck of a start for what is being dubbed the greatest Hear Brad Out ever.
This is the greatest Hear Brad Out.
Why do this? You know how this works for Strofe when he overhypes things? It sets too high of a standard.
This is the best Hear Brad Out of all time, and I'm going to tell you why. Guys, Friday's Halloween. We all know that. One of the best Halloween traditions is trick-or-treat. But let's be honest, guys. Trick-or-treat, It's gotten lame. It's gotten mundane. It's gotten repetitive. And it's gotten to a point where it needs to get changed. Kyle, what's with the face?
Well, I hate Halloween, so I'm open to this.
No. Did you just hear a 36-year-old man say Halloween has gotten old? It's gotten lame?
Let me say this.
Do you think a 6-year-old feels the same way?
Well, they may not know any better because when I grew up, we used to go on Halloween and be out at night, and now they
Milwaukee's doing that.
No, wherever I am, it's like Sunday from 1 to 4, and you sit outside, and it's just weird.
It's lame. I believe in Halloween trick-or-treating specifically. I should have never opened up the floor because it's lost my mojo already. Trick-or-treating has gotten mundane, repetitive. You just go to the door, trick or treat, here's your candy. By the time the kid gets to house number 20, not interested. By the time you get kid number 20, you're just chucking them candy. It's not even trick or treat. I'm going to reinvent trick or treat the way it should be. Truly trick or truly treat. In this revitalized, re-envisioned trick or treat, here's what's going to happen. You go to the door. You go ding dong, open the door. You have two options. You either get a fun-sized candy of your choice, right? That's the treat portion. Or the trick. And here's what the trick is. You can choose as the house whatever you want to do, but you create some kind of game of chance that the person can either win big or walk away with nothing or worse. Here's what I envision, guys. I envision, this is almost motivated by the Wheel of Strofe.
I was just going to say, does everyone just need to get a Wheel of Strofe at their house?
You either get a Wheel of Strofe if you really, give it a spin, Strophy. Yeah.
This sounds like every ESPN Madison and Milwaukee street team I've been on. You spin for prizes.
Could you imagine spinning for it? Or you could invest in that if you really want to lean in, or even a deck of cards. You got dice, anything to be able to make it a game of chance. I've even named them. You could put little ping pong balls in a little cauldron, little pot of peril right there you could choose from. Maybe even the Wheel of Misfortune. The Dice of Doom. What these are, though, is you're going to be the kid can choose the fun-sized candy or the option to get a gamble, right? Ben, I know I'm speaking your language. On the gamble are four options.
Well, yeah, I mean they're playing. I'm the dealer. They're playing blackjack against me. If they beat me, they get candy. They don't.
Four options. Here's the risk. $1. $1 is an option on the wheel or on the dice or the deck of cards. A king-size candy bar. Ooh, now we're talking. $1, a king-size
Kyle ain't buying no king-size candy.
How about this? I'm not done yet. I'm not done. Nothing. That's the third option. You could walk away with nothing. The final option, you got to give up a piece of candy. So it's a true game of risk. Now, I think this would be fun for kids. Imagine going every single home you go to is going to be a rush. It's going to be a joy. It's going to be exciting. Not this regular old trick-or-treating. It's fun for the adult all night long. You're spinning the wheel. Give me a spin, Strophy. Give me a spin. I need to hear a spin. Yeah, all night long you're hearing spins. It's exciting. It's interactive. It's fun. It doesn't get old. It's a win for everybody. Trick or treat the real way.
All right, I got a lot of problems with this as Matthew chimes in right away. This might be too complicated and it might be too expensive. That's one thing.
I mean,
number two, with the four options, win $1, a king size, nothing, or give up a piece of candy.
Yeah.
You, of all people, should know that ain't nobody want to deal with no kid having to give up a piece of candy. Tears, crying. What are you thinking right now?
This is good for them to experience.
Hey, trick or treat. Ha ha, you get nothing.
They choose that. If they want to get the fun size,
they don't choose that. The wheel chooses it, or the dice chooses it.
Brad, you know there's some kids around some neighborhoods that wouldn't give you a damn piece of candy. They say, you ain't taking my candy.
And Brad would be like, yeah, you are.
Yeah, give me that candy.
I'm not.
Brad,
fair and square.
From the very first moment you opened your mouth talking about trick-or-treat has become repetitive. Bro, trick-or-treat's been going on for 100+ years. Of course it's repetitive, Brad.
It's time it gets disrupted.
Do you think there's any 6 or 5 or 4-year-olds or 7-year-olds walking around saying, Mom, Dad, trick-or-treat's so repetitive. I don't want to do it again this year, huh? It's not
They
for
always
you.
smile because they get what, Kyle?
Candy.
Mm-hmm. Not give up candy or get nothing.
Get candy, Brad. You were at the age of 7 with little Bradley Nortman saying, I don't want to do Halloween this year.
No, I'm not saying that the trick-or-treating itself. I'm saying home to home to home. It's just repetitive.
I'm not putting through all this effort.
So you mean to tell me if a kid goes to 30 houses, they got to spin the damn thing 30 times?
If they want to. They could also just take the candy. They could say the traditional route and get the fun-sized candy bar.
This is a lot of work for
spin the wheel.
This sounds like
and you could get a whole a whole range
I feel like
of
Willy
options.
Wonka. You get nothing.
Yeah,
Imagine
nothing.
the thrill.
This sounds
I
like
know 7-year-old Kyle, Ben, and Strofe would love to go ding
I
dong.
would have been spinning that damn wheel.
Spin it. Give me another spin. And then you try to make up for it later. Oh,
I feel like Strofe would get nothing and be like, all right, fine. Goes to the next house. Give me the wheel.
Brad, why don't you just do this at the Norton household?
Yeah, just do it at your house.
I might.
Yeah, this sounds like
I might.
You're telling everyone else to do all this work.
I got a wheel you can borrow.
Perfect. I can't wait to take kids.
I can't.
Wow.
If it falls on that,
wow.
It's good that they learn, right? It's good that they learn a little bit. If you can either take the safe route or you can risk it, but not every risk pays off.
Do you realize if you took a kid's candy, that would be a problem? People were talking about you in your little neighborhood. Parents would be knocking on your door. Is this the house, Susie?
I
Is
would
this the
say-
house that
I
took the
don't
kid
think
to-
you would actually take.
I would say, did Susie elect to spin the wheel?
You're gonna have a 4-year-old elect to spin
The wheel of misfortune.
She starts crying. What are you gonna do then?
Say, it's better you learn this now than when you're 34.
Brett, you knew when you did this. This is the bad idea.
No, this is a great. Wait, are we?
Well,
you're,
let
like,
me get to some
joking
responses
aside.
here on the Cardless Talking text line.
I'm
Kids
just-
are going to egg the estate.
Yeah.
Seems confusing if you have a lot of kids. JD and Fondy had a wheel, Plinko, and pickled flavored candy.
Wow. There we
Chris
go.
says you lost me at mundane.
Wow. I can't believe you guys don't want to spice up trick or treat a little
No,
bit.
it's not
This
about
would be
adults.
a thrill for kids and parents alike.
It's about the children, Brad. When you're first going through trick or treat as a kid, you don't know that it's mundane. You don't know that it's old. I'm sure 30 years ago when little Brad was trick or treating, there was somebody out here saying, "Oh, this is so mundane and repetitive. Trick or treat again." Like, what are we doing?
Jesse Nelson chimes in, who I can still bash because Oregon beat the Badgers, which is good. Brad just wants a Halloween-themed casino for kids.
It's a great idea.
It's a thrill.
You can do it at the Nortman Estate.
Imagine
and everyone
the
else,
excitement.
99.9% of people after hearing this are going to continue to do the exact same things. We'll see what Rob Demovsky thinks, and we'll get to the Green Bay Packers with the bold, the ball, the beautiful Rob Demovsky. Next, I don't know if there's a
You're
greatest one ever.
listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN.
And you're disrupting my flow.
No, your flow.
Dag nabbit.
Dang nabbit, I had a good flow.
Gee golly willikers.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
We still have the two right lanes blocked on 94 southbound, just south of College Avenue, with a tanker truck on its side blocking the two right lanes. Only one lane of traffic is squeezing through. That's affecting your ride on 4394 southbound, starting at Lapham all the way down through the Mitchell. Eastbound 894 from about 60th Street all the way through the Mitchell interchange. An earlier accident on southbound 894 just south of Beloit Road, I think might be gone now. We just have localized delays through there. And southbound 41 is also backing up from the county line all the way down past Hampton. Traffic is brought to you by InfinityExteriors.com, dedicated to saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Mother Nature can be unpredictable. Your roof, siding, and windows shouldn't be. We install peace of mind with transparency and quality guaranteed. Visit InfinityExteriors.com. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, partly cloudy, low of 42. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, a high of 53. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Home buyers are raving about their experiences with the Citizens Bank mortgage team.
Aaron helped me get pre-approved really fast, like before the open house even started.
I called Devin so many times with questions, and he always answered.
It's more than a mortgage. It's your future. And at Citizens Bank, we make it personal. Learn more at citizensbankwi.bank/mortgage. Citizens Bank is member FDIC and an equal housing lender. NMLS 746419.
Hi, I'm Brittany Miller from Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and more. Custom T-shirts, sweatshirts, jackets, hats, you name it, we can do it. Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and more is family owned and all about celebrating life's big moments. Maybe it's a milestone birthday, a celebration for your child's first goal, or that work fundraising event. We are everyone's printer. No minimum orders, affordable designs, and help straight from me and our team. We're the one-stop shop for all your custom needs. Start your project today at bigfrog.com/Mequon.
This is an ad by BetterHelp.
BetterHelp therapists have helped more than 5 million people worldwide on their mental health journeys. Moments in therapy, like the right question, a safe space to cry, or a small win can really change lives. This World Mental Health Day, we're celebrating the therapists who have helped millions of people take a step forward. If you're ready to find the right therapist for you, BetterHelp can start that journey. Our listeners get 10% off their first month. Just call or text pound 250 and say the keyword timeout. That's keyword timeout after calling or texting pound 250.
Change your grocery game plan to locally owned Century Foods, home of the best meat, freshest produce, and tastiest treats.
Now through Wednesday, save on 24-pack Essential Everyday Spring Water, $3.99. 15 to 150 count selected varieties solo cups, plates, or bowls, $3.99. 13 to 22 ounce selected varieties Farm Rich appetizers, $5.49. 14 to 16 ounce selected varieties Daisy Dips, sour cream, or cottage cheese, 2 for $5.
I am starving.
Oh, no. Never walk into a Century when you're hungry.
Unless it's free sample day. Ooh, oh, pizza, yes. I'd love to try that one.
My husband thinks he can make a meal out of grocery store samples.
Need to wash this down. I think I see someone handing out samples in the liquor department.
Geez, can we focus on our list?
What's this?
It says you can win 2 tickets to Green Bay's home game against Chicago on December 7th.
Or autographed footballs, or a 4-pack of Green Bay Hall of Fame tickets.
You have to enter through Century's Facebook or Instagram.
I'll be entering this on my phone in the deli next to that cheese sample station.
Enter by November 12th.
Catholic Memorial Football lives here.
He's going to hand off to Devon Williams Jr., who's straight up the middle with a first down and more.
This Friday, the Crusaders continue their postseason march to Madison with a home game against La Crosse Logan.
Into the end zone.
Crusaders football is brought to you by R&R Insurance, D&M Accounting and Consulting Services, Curative Care, Home Sealed Exteriors, and Tony Wendorf and Associates. Tune in Friday at 7 on 94.5 ESPN and streaming live video at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube. You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
There are certain organizations that can't get certain positions right. The Bears can't get a quarterback.
Bold, bald, beautiful.
I'm one small, bald man.
ESPN NFL Nation reporter Rob Domofsky.
To me, their window is now wide open.
On Kyle Brust and Nortman.
A true pro joining us on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison, and right here across ESPN Wisconsin on Kyle Brust and Nortman. You didn't see it, but wiped the mustard stains off his face, so he looks good and ready to go. Rob, what's going on?
I didn't think I was on camera yet, Ben.
I'm always watching.
Big brother.
Yes, you should know that by now. The camera's always on. The mic's always hot. You know, you never know what's being seen. What's the worst you've been caught on a TV standpoint for a TV hit?
I mean, nothing really on a hit, but like the other day in the press conference in Arizona where I had to get up and leave in the middle of the floor, and I said, it caught me. I feel like a blank, and I said 2 different blank words, and that was caught. So, but yeah, other than that, I think it's been good.
We do know you got a loose tongue there with some of your language.
I mean, I you know what? I feel like to do this job, you sort of have to speak the language of the guys that you're talking to. And you guys have all been in locker rooms. You know what it's like. If I walked up to a player and went, excuse me, sir, can you tell me what happened on that play? Versus going, hey, dude, what the F happened there?
Yeah, you got it. You got it. You got to be a chameleon. Now, something we looked at as, this team's 5-1-1, number 1 in the NFC, number 1 in the North. But one thing that stood out is we're looking at this team as how do they become the true front runner here, right? Like they've won games, they have some opportunities against the Eagles, the Lions, the Broncos. Who knows what the Ravens look like down the road? Mm-hmm. But when you look at the year over year, they have the second highest variance of change in turnovers. Averaging on a per game basis, only 0.6 turnovers. It was 1.7 per game last year. There was the ball king and everything.
Yep.
What do you think is holding them back from being a true front runner through the 7 games that you've seen them?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going out and just dominating some people now. That's a big picture. That's the end result. How do they get to the point where they're beating teams convincingly and not just squeaking by and not having to get, a last stop or 2 to make sure they win the game? Like, to me, it's a couple things. It's stop making the silly mistakes. And sometimes those are penalties. Sometimes it's a botched special teams play. Sometimes it's a turnover, although they haven't turned the ball over a ton. But just when you think that this is a football team that looks really good, they have a half like they did, or even 3 quarters like they did in Pittsburgh, and you're like, boy, man, I don't know about this team. So I just think it's a bunch of small things. I don't think there's any. It's not like they can't stop this, or they can't get pressure on the quarterback, or they can't. I mean, I guess you could say they were having trouble running the football, but I don't think there's anything with this team that they cannot do. It's just a matter of doing it and putting it all together.
Rob, hear Brad out really quickly.
Okay.
Trick or treat, it's become mundane, repetitive. Kids and adults alike get bored after about 20
come
houses.
By my house and see what happens.
Yeah, is the Domovsky house a thrill?
Well, my kids are in college now, but I'll tell you a real quick story, and then I'll let you get back to yours. I met some woman the other day, and she's like, "Oh, I live in your neighborhood, and my kids love going to your house for Halloween." And I was like, "Well, why?" He's like, "Because there was somebody sitting on the roof of the second floor throwing candy at kids. Those were my idiot kids were chucking candy from the roof."
Oh, wow. That is fun. That don't sound mundane to me.
See, that is spicing it up. So you're going to appreciate this idea. So
Friday.
Instead of just going to the door saying trick or treat and you're giving candy to them and that's it, I suggest you can either elect legitimately a treat and you get that fun-sized candy bar, or you can elect trick, which is it can be whatever you want. It could be a spin of the wheel. It could be roll the dice. Give me a quick spin of the wheel, Strophy, just so you can get some, wheel spin. It could be pulling ping pong balls out of a cauldron, whatever it is, but it gives you options. You either get $1, a king-size candy bar, nothing, or you got to give up a piece of candy, a little bit of game of chance. You can play it safe or you can risk it. I think we need a full cultural change of trick or treat. What do you say, Rob?
Essentially, we're teaching kids to gamble, right?
Yes!
You want to roll the dice, baby. Come
or
on,
play it
son.
safe. What do you think Matt LaFleur would do?
Punt? No, I'm
I'm gonna go.
I was gonna say take the candy.
I'm gonna go.
He's just gonna, you know what? He'd make the decision when he gets there and not have a plan.
I'm all in for changing up a little Halloween and spicing it up a little bit.
Rob, you like your way, Rob.
I think we're 2 and 1 with Rob Domovsky, so I love it.
Yeah.
But that leads me to my question. Obviously, trade deadline next Tuesday. This will be the last time we talked to you before then. Already see the Rams and the Eagles making some trades. Any trade rumors around the building, and would you be surprised if they did make a trade before Tuesday?
There's been, Brad, no real talk about it here. There are a couple guys that if the Packers were looking to move someone that they might, I mean, like we had to do one of our assignments at ESPN this week was who on your team could get traded. And I threw Sean Ryan out there. This is a guy who's in the final year of his contract and basically lost his starting job to Jordan Morgan. Not a very exciting one. I know when we're talking about interior offensive linemen, but if I were Brian Gutekunst, I'd be looking for a corner. We talked to Nate Hobbs today, who obviously was benched, and Hobbs handled it well, but I'm just not sure that they have him playing in the right spot. He was a slot guy for most of the time, and he's trying to play outside. To me, they need another out. They've got too many slot guys and not enough outside corners. If I don't know, what it would take to get a mid-level starter, but somebody out there that they can have a little bit of confidence in and maybe make a play or two on the back end, because I think that. Maybe going back to Ben's original question, maybe that's what's missing with this team is maybe they're a corner or a DB away.
That's not maybe, Rob. That's 100% true.
Yeah.
But thinking about what we're going to do and moving things around, the return of Christian Watson was fantastic for this Green Bay Packers offense.
Yeah.
So with that, though, Wicks is hurt, Jaden Reed is hurt, but these guys are going to come back. Who's the odd man out at receiver? Because they have a whole boatload of them.
Yeah, I mean, the one name you didn't mention there was the first-round pick, Matthew Golden, and he seems to have become a little bit, maybe forgotten. Look, it seems to me, and Tom Silverstein of the Journal Sentinel had an interesting article about this. I think it was today or yesterday, about how it seems like early in the game, Jordan Love tries to force the ball to Romeo Doubs before he gets other guys going. And I don't think Doubs is the odd man out, but I just don't. It's a great question. I don't think you could get much for trading Dontavian Wicks at this point. I really don't. I don't know what the upside is to doing that. And then, how are teams going to start covering them differently, or if they do at all, with Tucker Kraft. I asked Jordan Love today, I said, after the Washington game where Kraft had his first real big game, did you notice anything different about the way teams covered Tucker? And he said, no, not really. So maybe the idea is just to force the ball to him and force teams to throw extra coverage to the tight end, and then that gets some of the other receivers open. I still am curious to see how Christian Watson's long-term return affects the way teams play in terms of the deep ball and opening stuff underneath. But Kyle, as far as who's the odd man out, I think it's a great question, and I wonder if from week to week, there might be games where Romeo Doubs just doesn't have many targets, or when Jaden Reed comes back, if Matthew Golden doesn't have many, or whoever. Because look, I mean, when if you throw the ball 40 times, there's going to be opportunities. If you throw it, what they throw 36 times the other, I think it's 36 or 37.
36, yeah, something around that.
Yeah, like that's 36, 37. Sorry. They
were
6, 7.
Word of the year, 6-7
I don't know
per
if it works that
dictionary.com.
But if you have 35, 40 opportunities in the passing game, then maybe there isn't a big problem. But if you have a game where you're 17 to 22 or whatever it is, then there aren't a lot of opportunities. So Kyle, I think it's a really good question. I just don't know that that I can tell you that for sure that this guy is going to be the odd man out or that guy's going to be.
Rob Demovsky here on Kyle Brust-Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. See Rob on TV and read his stuff on ESPN.com as the ESPN NFL Nation reporter for the Packers. Now, after each week, we do a pulse check, and I want you in totality, because let's try not to be prisoner of the moment, because you know what to do here. Has Jordan Love this year been average, good, great, or elite?
Good to great.
Good to great.
Somewhere
so,
in the...
so you're middling. You're in the very
Yeah.
good camp, which we had suggestions for.
Yes, that's
why
where
not
I'm at.
great? 64% of the vote went towards great.
I think before the game the other day, he hadn't gone on a stretch where he played like really well for over a long period of time, and he obviously did that with 20 straight completions. It was just one of those where you're like, man, he's dealing. While he hasn't had too many of the big mistakes, just the 2 interceptions, and I don't know that I really blame him for the strip sack fumble. I think that was in Dallas, but I'd like to see him just really go take it to the next level to be considered great. I think he's on his way, and I think we're starting to get into some numbers that are pretty rare numbers in terms of completion percentage, touchdowns, interceptions. But I don't think I think you just would like to see it over a little bit longer period of time, and then him get hot more often. I mean, there were so many times where Favre and Rodgers would just get on these hot streaks where it was just quarter after quarter, game after game, where they were sort of unstoppable. And that's not all on Jordan. I mean, there's certainly the run game, the offensive line, but I do think
the
that's the way
Cowboys, their
it's trending.
offense was unstoppable. Last week they were 5 for 5.
But this goes to the conversation of the Cowboys' pass defense was bad. The
Right.
Pittsburgh Steelers'
Yeah,
best
but-
team. They were
but Kyle,
both bottom
at
two.
halftime of the game the other day in Pittsburgh, you were like, what the heck is wrong with their offense? Like there's, I mean, they had 7 points and they were down, even going to the fourth quarter, they were down, 19-14. So like it hasn't been perfect.
Sorry, Rob. Kyle was flying Frontier, so he couldn't watch it.
No TV.
Yeah, it was rough. But no, I just feel like this team is 5-1-1. So good to great isn't. I didn't like the answer, Rob. I thought you were gonna say great to elite.
And remember, Rob, if you don't agree with Kyle, then you're just wrong.
Well, let's
Rob,
see what happens this week.
Rob, you've been. I don't know. Good to great was questionable, but agreeing with Brad was even more questionable.
I agree with that.
No,
I agree with that.
I can't win with you, Kyle.
Yeah, welcome to our lives every day here. Rob, we appreciate the time. Go back to the great media meal you have, and we look forward to talking to you again soon.
All right, guys, we'll be seeing you.
That's Rob Demovsky of ESPN NFL Nation reporter for the Packers. Kyle Brust-Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin, and he's great, but you know who's elite? Gina Della from Pella.
Elite is Gina Della from Pella. Always a treat, never a trick with Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. And you are going to want to take advantage of this deal right now that Pella Windows and Doors are offering you. 0% interest for up to 60 months. That's 5 years of 0% interest. So you get those beautiful, durable, home-changing windows and doors that Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin offers, all with 0% interest for up to 60 months. That's well into the 2030s. And you're going to want to do that sooner than later because winter is on its way. You can feel the crisp in the air. Don't do another winter of drafty home and high energy costs.
Yeah, and let me tell you, the service beyond the installation is there. Joe Franco, my guy, I told him, like, hey, man, there's just something going on with the door. Immediately after the text, I'm getting texts about time so somebody can come by and service the home beyond just the job that they do. They're there for the long haul. They're there for you, just like they've been through being a business through all the ups and downs of the economy over the last 100 years. Pella is the best because it's right there, made from Pella. They are the manufacturer. They have all the great warranties, and they have the service to provide you after the job is done with the great financing offers. 0 for 60 right now for you. So visit PellaWI.com. We wrap up the ESPN Wisconsin portion now. We're going to get to the 4-on-4 Hour at 4 next.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman.
Hey, Gabe, also, did you call us idiots?
Yeah. It's exactly what I told you. Yes.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. With Wilde and Tausch, you won't miss a play.
All of this other stuff is great. The Tucker and Christian Watson, Jordan Love, and you ran the football. All of that is set up when you can block people and move people.
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
And I thought the fact TJ Watt, who is kind of in that category with Micah and everything else, but it felt like they matched him up and Zach Tom more than held his own.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Something exciting is happening at St. Kate the Arts Hotel. On the second floor, you'll find the Studio Kitchen and Cocktails, Milwaukee's destination for bold flavors, fresh sushi, seasonal entrees, and cocktails crafted with care. Start your day with a breakfast that fuels you, stop in for dinner that sparks conversation, or linger late into the evening with drinks designed to inspire. With flavors and drinks for every mood, the Studio is the perfect place to gather, celebrate, and connect. Be boldly social. The Studio Kitchen and Cocktails, now on the second floor at St. Kate the Arts Hotel.
Without an Advent clinic nearby, people suffering needlessly from chronic nasal congestion and sinus infections would be stuck with either Band-Aid or Sledgehammer solutions. Band-Aids are pills or nasal sprays, and they're not true solutions. Surgery is a sledgehammer, and that's what we're trying to avoid. Because most people don't need surgery for nose and sinus issues, nor do they want a 14-day recovery. Our unique Advent approach can, in 20 minutes in our office, open your blocked nose for good, with only 1-day recovery. I'm Advent founder Dr. Kandula. Outside of Advent's four walls, invasive surgery is what they'll recommend. But here you will find effective and convenient in-office solutions to help you stop the need for Band-Aids and avoid the sledgehammer.
Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better. Most insurance accepted.
Life's better with American Family Insurance, because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Now's the time to plan your total experience getaway to the Island Resort and Casino. With over 450 hotel rooms and a luxurious spa, relax in style before diving into non-stop casino action. Watch your favorite teams on the big screens and enjoy great food and drinks at T. McSee's Sports Bar, or savor top-tier dining at Horizon Steakhouse. Then amp up your night with live music and comedy. Head to where the big game, big wins, and big fun come together. The Island Resort and Casino.
I'm the guy that never gives 5 stars because I never believe that anything is perfect. But I would give them 20 stars if I could.
Ernest Stellar Review belongs to QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in regenerative treatments. They came through when he badly needed relief for his aching knees, and doctors had told him that surgery was the only option.
What they're doing is cutting edge, and it really helps. And I'm a tough sell.
QC Kinetics is led by National Medical Director Dr. Mitchell Scheinkup, a pioneer in this field. With 20 years of clinical work, tons of research, teaching, publishing in non-surgical natural pain treatments, these are the medical pros to trust.
I'm living my life basically pain-free from what I was dealing with, so I'm a happy camper today, no doubt about it.
QC Kinetics. Call today to see if you're a candidate.
Call QC Kinetics, 414-667-5559. That's 414-667-5559. 414-667-5559.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
On Twitter at KBN ESPN. We've discussed how a major donor for the Wisconsin Badgers, Ted Kellner, has put some support behind Chris McIntosh and Luke Fickell. We also learned about the economic impact of the Badgers stinking. Not just the university and the football program profits, not just the city of Madison, but statewide, $280 million. Bars, restaurants, tourism, merchandise, tickets. So we ask you, when it comes to the Badgers, because I'm starting to get into feel, after the statement was put out by McIntosh, after reading another article from Jim Polzine with Ted Kellner, that things may not change. But when it comes to the Badgers, are you trusting the process with Luke Fickell and Chris McIntosh, or are you ready to move on? 18% are trusting the process. 82% are ready to move on. So when you see that and you feel where fans' opinions are at, and then we sit here and think, well, that may not matter, how does that make you feel as an alum, Brad Norton?
I mean, I just wonder what the 18% are seeing or hoping for, because I've seen nothing but this program descend since the moment Luke Fickell took over, and it's now in a place where you're really in the basement, where as you said, the economic impact of the university, the state, and of course the city of Madison are significantly impacted. So I just wonder what exactly is going to change from a culture standpoint? And if you say, okay, we're going to infuse more money into it, my question is, where are you going to get that money? If you go and ask NIL, right? So like donors and boosters, that's not an unlimited ask, right? Like, I mean, if you ask this time and it doesn't work, and then you get a new coach, are you going to go back and ask again? I mean, at some point, people need to see return on their investment. So that's just where I get a little bit concerned. And if it is money from the university earmarked for the football team, it's just not enough, right? This $20 million that's supposed to go to all sports, you earmark a little bit more to it, you're not going to be able to compete with most of the teams in the Big Ten with it. So you got to infuse culture and development and all the things we've talked about, but that's just not happening. And I'm not sure it can happen over just 1 year. This is a thing that should be developed and implemented over time. So listen, I am starting to believe that they will be back. I don't think Ted Kellner says anything like this without knowing what's going on in the inside. So at this point,
I'm part of the search committee to bring Fickell in.
I'm assuming they're going to be back next year, but I don't sit here with a whole lot of optimism about what that's going to look like.
Yeah, again, a lot of this for me, the way I feel why they need to get rid of Luke Fickell isn't just, again, the product on the football field. That is the main reason, but the development of the football players as well. When you're talking about his recruiting class of 2023, which were a lot of his kids that he brought in, a lot of those guys are gone. The majority of that recruiting class is gone. You're talking about when we look at rankings in recruiting classes, he's had 3 top 30 recruiting classes since he's been here. So you would think that would translate to at least being a top 30 football program, especially when you're talking about developing guys. But guess what? A lot of these guys have left Wisconsin, and the results on the football field have been poo-putt, bad, terrible, not good whatsoever. So with all that, it's just what does he have good going? Right? There's no hope. There's no development. There's nothing that I can point to and say, well, I know we're struggling, but Brad is talking about the schedule next year that has teams that are better than them this year.
Forgot to mention, I saw this 2 hours ago from Rivals. News! Wisconsin 4-star running back commit Amari Latimer will take an official visit to Tennessee on Saturday.
Oh boy,
He gone. He gone.
Bye, bye, bye. Why do you sing that so happily?
It's because it's only going to lead to more angst and anger. And
so you're just masking it with happiness, I guess?
I'm a happy fella.
Yeah, I'm not.
The only team that could take that away is the Green Bay Packers.
That's fair, and they're in a good spot.
The Brewers and the Bucks, but
Which, speaking of, Giannis is unbelievable.
Yes, it is.
And that's exactly where I want to go to next, as they played on national television on NBC yesterday. And broadcast nerd Strofe was really interested to see what that broadcast looked like.
Oh, my God.
It did.
Tirico on a Tuesday night in Milwaukee. You kidding me?
Yeah, I will say Tirico on basketball without Collinsworth taking up all the time, really good. Jim, Matt, and Molly, they're up next in Madison. The Damn Sports Show's next in Beaver Dam. We are Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. We're going to be with you on 94.5 ESPN and on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee. Don't go anywhere. We're back in 2 minutes.
KBN's the show that never ends.
Southbound on 94. We still have this problem just south of College Avenue. The 3 right lanes are blocked because of this tanker truck that just got smashed up. It's on its side, blocking those 3 right lanes, and the backups continue all the way back to about Beecher Street on the southbound 4394 leg. Eastbound 894 is backing up from about 68th Street all the way into the Mitchell interchange. Along with these problems, though, 4394 southbound at Beecher, we do have the right shoulder blocked with a crash, and another one at Howard Avenue off on the right shoulder as well. So that's just complicating matters. Your best bet would be to stay off of 4394 right now. And checking the TMJ4 Storm King forecast. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, a low of 42. Tomorrow, partly cloudy with a high of 53. Weather's brought to you by Fifth Third Bank. Custom solutions built around your goals. Member FDIC. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
Want your brand to turn heads and win hearts?
Captivate Exhibits can bring your brand to life by transforming lobbies, creating history walls, and beautifying facilities.
For over 32 years, Captivate has been the MVP of trade show exhibits and workplace design and fabrication. Let Captivate craft immersive branded environments that tell your story boldly, beautifully, and with purpose at events and around the office.
Score big by making your next event or your own space unforgettable. Create something legendary by getting started today at CaptivateExhibits.com. Is back pain slowing you down? The OAW Spine Center offers specialized care with advanced treatments for herniated discs, spinal fusion, and more. Their board-certified orthopedic care specialists use the least invasive methods, starting with non-surgical options. If surgery is needed, they provide minimally invasive procedures. The OAW Spine Specialists focus on getting you back to an active lifestyle faster. The OAW Spine Center. There is a difference. Visit OAWSpineCenter.com.
Hey, this is Homer. You're listening to the home of Marquette basketball. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and streaming live at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube. The 414 Hour on KBN is brought to you by Siding Unlimited. Siding Unlimited is Wisconsin's leader in Pella window installation. Looking for new windows, siding, roof, and doors? Visit them at sidingunlimited.com.
It's the 414 Hour at 4 on KBN.
He is Kyle Wallace. I'm Ben Brust alongside Brad Nortman. Alex Strofe is running the show. You, KBN Nation, as always, can chime in on the Carbless Talk and Text line 800-990-3776 and see us on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee. Yesterday, Bucks down 12. Win by 10 against the New York Knicks, who came to town. A national TV game. You know, this was bound to happen after the game, which I will say, Giannis is unbelievable. He was 14 of 14 in the restricted area. 14 of 14. Get him near the paint. It's donezo. It's a finish.
He's a monster.
He can just get to the paint whenever he wants.
A really good game from Ryan Rollins with KPJ out. He's electric defensively. He's a young up-and-comer. Yeah, you getting those deflection hands out, Kyle?
Length.
Spirit fingers.
Length.
Active hands.
So
basketball.
I love that he left the game in the first quarter spitting out blood.
I didn't, because they then sucked after he came out after hitting 2 threes.
And then he had a career high first half.
Correct.
And then a career high game.
And again, this is I would say overall, because we're still 4 games into the season, very encouraging no matter what way you look at it, from a seeing youth around Giannis, seeing the pace they're playing at, seeing the way that they're able to utilize Giannis, and he doesn't always get credit for the assists, and I think he's had pretty good assist numbers over these 4 games, and the numbers are there. His field goal percentage is ridiculous. I think 68% through these 4 games. But you see a flow, you see a rhythm, you see a rejuvenated pace and feel on the floor. But that's not always the entire story, as it always isn't when it comes to Giannis, because everything comes back to everyone trying to see what his next move is. And so he was asked a question about trade rumors, specifically kind of about the New York Knicks, who's been rumored to, in the postgame. Here's Giannis after the game.
I'm here representing my team, and that's it. We beat the Knicks. So doesn't really matter. What matters right now, we have a game in 2 days against Golden State. Try to stay locked in and get 2 in a row. But I didn't read that article. Try to stay away from all that rumors and I don't know how you call it, speculations and trade and all this. Doesn't concern me one bit. I try to involve myself and try to help my team win games.
After Giannis said speculation and trades, I thought he said, I think he wanted to say and BS.
Yeah, that's what came to my mind.
Well, because he never denied it.
He said there was speculation and rumors.
Yeah, but
he said it was
speculations and trade and all this.
Baloney.
Bull.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Listen, I don't know about you. Giannis is a monster.
He's a monster.
He's a beast. And we all knew Giannis was good, but we thought he needed a +1, which he does. He needs somebody else to run with. But my goodness, he is a man on a mission. He literally said, Mariah, stay in Greece. I'm going to focus and lock in right here in America. And what did he do?
Actually pretty good.
I mean,
Not a bad impression.
he has been unbelievable.
Mariah.
36 and 14 this year. I mean, watching him drive through the lane and just dunk on catches, it looks so easy. Like, we knew how great Giannis was. And I'll be honest, during this offseason, I said, if Giannis wants to leave, he's going to leave. We got to get the most for him, because if he's going to force his way out next summer, we don't want to be too late where we're not going to be able to get much from him. Boy, oh boy, I would have been, if he was on another team like the Spurs, who would have had Wemby in him, or the Rockets that would have had some boys in him, and I would have watched Giannis do this, I would have been like, oh my gosh, I miss this. I miss this.
Look how Kyle's got his hands on his cheeks like he's in puppy love in middle school.
I think we just don't understand how great we have it. I feel like, I'm not a spoiled Bucks fan, but the dominance of Giannis Antetokounmpo is
Is this a TED Talk with the way you're sitting?
No, I'm mesmerized by the first 4 games.
Yeah, I mean, you need to appreciate it, because we're witnessing greatness, and we're likely never going to see anything like this for the Milwaukee Bucks ever again. So no matter how it ends, whether it be a trade this year or free agency or 10 years from now if he's a Buck, you got to appreciate this greatness, because I've never seen anything like it, and we'll probably never see anything like it again.
Strophe, you got anything to add, Mr. NBC broadcast guy?
Well, number one, the NBC broadcast is terrific. I love the animations, the score bugs, the commentary, the halftime show. I mean, who they have on the halftime? Vince Carter. It was Vince Carter, Tracy McGrady, and
Mello.
Yeah.
With,
that's a fun
with Mariah
group.
Taylor. Yeah, it was awesome.
Shout out Zora Stevenson,
Zora
former FanDuel
Yes.
Sports sideline reporter for the Bucks.
Yeah.
Participated in a 3-point shootout during a timeout of that game.
In heels.
And beat the Marquette women's player going 6 of 10 from deep after having twins a year ago.
Unreal.
My goodness. She's a superhuman just like Giannis.
Yeah, it's a superstar.
That's incredible.
The girl played D1
And now, as I was getting to, with sideline reporting for NBC.
Yeah. So on the Bucks, I think something that's really important to highlight after hearing from Giannis and after hearing him dispel and dismiss all the trade rumors and the gossip and the speculation, as he called it, the Bucks are off to a fast start. They're 3-1 for the first time in 2 years, right? They got off to a slow start under Adrian Griffin 2 years ago. Ultimately fired him in January.
Actually, not a slow start. He had a great record.
weren't they under 500 when they fired him in January?
No, they were over 500.
He was. They were like 10 games above 500.
That was the shocking thing.
But it was a bad first 10 games.
Giannis
it was bad defense.
Yeah,
they won a lot of games.
But last year was a slow start.
Yes,
under Doc in his first full season, and this year they're 3-1. They're beating the team that Giannis has been tied to the most. Winning is going to cure everything.
They were 30-13
when they. That's right.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
That's right. They did have a good record, regardless. But still, I think more importantly though, in when you compare it to last year, and it was a slow start last year. I think they started 2-8 last year. That's when the Giannis rumors will kick up, and that's when the commentary around him will continue to flow, and people are going to say, well, he's unhappy, they're not winning. They're winning right now, and they beat the team that he's been so closely tied to all offseason. So that's just going to make all that stuff go away. And that's what's important about Giannis and friends, this rendition of the Bucks, is if they're winning, there's going to be no talk of Giannis leaving Milwaukee. There's only going to be talk of them competing for a championship, which is what is the commentary after a week.
They got to keep winning, and they got to keep winning and show that there's others beyond Giannis, because we know when you get to the 7-game series and into the playoffs, he can't do it himself, and you do need some of these guys that are showing a lot to show even more than what they're capable of. Here's just a quick rundown, because I was interested after watching last night against an Eastern Conference opponent that is typically, even though they have had little to no success in the postseason beyond getting to an Eastern Conference semis in the Knicks, the odds to win the NBA championship on Potawatomi Sportsbook: the Oklahoma City Thunder, plus 200. The Denver Nuggets, plus 600. The Cleveland Cavaliers, plus 700. The New York Knicks, plus 1,000. The Golden State Warriors, plus 1,400. The Houston Rockets, plus 1,600. The Lakers, plus 1,600. The Timberwolves, plus 1,600. The Clippers, plus 2,500. The Magic, plus 3,000. The Sixers, plus 3,000. The Hawks, plus 4,000. The Mavericks, plus 4,000. The Detroit Pistons, plus 4,000. And the Milwaukee Bucks, plus 4,000.
That's 7.
There are 12 teams ahead of them, and they are tied for 14th with 2 other teams. So that is just some perspective on how far away from an odds. Doesn't mean that it won't happen or like they can't develop and the odds don't change. We know that from watching the Brewers and what their odds were, plus 2,200 to as low as plus 450 to win the World Series and making it to an NLCS. But there's a lot more to be shown in an 82-game season to get rid of all of the noise. It's a great start, but it's an encouraging start. Seeing the pieces that you needed to see prove that they can compete on a day-to-day, night-in, night fashion of the NBA with Giannis.
That's it right there, because you look at a guy like Cole Anthony, who wasn't super loud from a scoring perspective last night, but he had 8 assists off the bench.
9.
Got up to 9. And you look at a guy like Ryan Rollins, as we mentioned, with 25. You don't have KPJ right now, who's going to be an important piece. Kuzma actually played a really nice game last night, I thought.
He just guarded a hurt cat.
Well, still got to guard the hurt cat. Hurt cat's still on the floor.
He still had 0 field goals made, is what I'm getting at. You might as well just...
If the hurt cat's on the floor...
Someone's got to guard the hurt cat.
Somebody's...
I mean, I get what you guys are saying, and I'm optimistic too, because this team is better.
Just stop with your whole, I'm going to put up this fluff before I say what I'm going to say.
Bucks math would have it be that they are just into the 4th quarter of game 1. It's like 21 to 10.
What are you basing this off of? 82 games divided by 162?
Then times 17 is just, you're not even finished with the first game yet. Now it's a great start to the game.
But Bucks football season, I forgot. I did 162 on baseball. So you're taking the 82 divided by the 17 football games.
4.8.
Yeah, 4.8% of the way through the season.
So about 5 games equals 1 football game.
Yes, exactly right. So you are into the 4th quarter. There's about 10 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. It's probably 21.
They're going to start 1-0.
Yeah, they want to know. It's a great start. It's a great start, but we know Giannis's priority is to win a championship, and that happens in April.
Can we never do Bucks math ever again, please?
I mean, Bucks
82 games is pretty consumable.
Yeah,
I don't know.
You can break it out in like chunks pretty easily.
Yeah, let's get to Christmas.
Let's get to 82 games.
Break.
You just look at it 80 through 10 games. You know,
like Bucks math.
I don't.
I kind of like it.
Work on the concept and come back stronger then, because that was
that was pretty good.
I think the finance numbers guy can do better at breaking down 82 games into chunks that aren't on a 17-game season, which usually ends up being a weird number because 17's not very dividable.
Yeah, it is an odd number, but overall, wow, I'm mesmerized.
Divisible.
There you go. Thank you.
Got it.
I'm mesmerized by Giannis, but also I have to say I'm tough on John Horst. I was questioning some things, but as this roster came together and the season got a little bit closer, I started saying, okay, I'm optimistic about this team, and they're performing really well, but I got to give applause to Doc Rivers, because something that Doc Rivers can do that we did not see from Coach Bud was a development of young guys like A.J. Green developing to a guy that they gave that big contract. You're already seeing Ryan Rollins make a huge impact for the Milwaukee Bucks already. So if we're able to develop guys around Giannis like this, that's how you build a championship contender. Miles Turner's going to get it going at some point. Defense is still great right now. So the Milwaukee Bucks, I feel very optimistic with the Eastern Conference the way that it is without having Jason Tatum.
More importantly than all of this is, so say, as I read out the odds, say they don't win a championship this year and Giannis goes into 1 year left. If they are proving that the pieces around him by next year, because this is all about winning championships in a championship window, if they are able to prove to him by shedding Chris Middleton and bringing this roster around him, if they're able to prove through 82 games, make the playoffs and win a series, do something they haven't done, believe it or not, in 3 years and winning a series, that's going to feel different, and that's going to feel better for Giannis, and that's going to be easier to sell him on. Well, because we had to trade Chris, we now can go do more things for you this offseason as we have these younger guys that you now like playing with and understand how we can build a championship team with you again.
Yeah.
So it's also the long game here for Giannis as we continue to go on.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Ben. You use the word young. You can tell this team has youthful, their energy. They're very cohesive together. So even if they got off to a good start last year with all the old dudes on the team, I was like, how are they going to play in April and May? I have little doubt that this team is going to be able to keep it going, to be able to stay young, stay healthy, and stay energetic when it really matters in April.
If you want to stay young, healthy, and energetic, well, your windows may be able to help. Not 100% sure, I'm not a doctor, but I do know my windows make me stay that way. So with Universal Windows Direct, you should work with them because the windows are fantastic. The installation is so easy, but the deals they have are out of this world. Right now, when you work with Universal Windows Direct, you can buy 2 windows and get 2 free with absolutely no limit. Plus, enjoy 0% financing for 3 whole years. And KBN Nation, to top it off, you can get an extra $500 off your entire home improvement project when you schedule this month. Universal professional team takes care of everything from the free estimate to the expert installation. You'll get high quality windows installed right with savings that will make the timing even better. Why wait? Call them now. 414-410-2000. That's 414-410-2000, or hit them up on the internet, universalwindowsdirect.com, to schedule your free in-home estimate today. Don't forget, buy 2, get 2 free. 0% financing for 3 years, plus a bonus $500 off your next home improvement project. Just like me, I'm telling y'all, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
Hit your calls and hit your texts and get to more coming up here on Kyle Bruston Nortman.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN.
Homer, Homer, Homer. This might be the dumbest thing that he has to have said in his career.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
We do have this accident still, the tanker truck on its side, blocking 3 lanes of traffic just south of College Avenue on southbound 94. So it's going to be a pretty brutal ride heading down 4394. Just to complicate matters, we have a couple of other accidents in the backups. We've got one on southbound 4394 at Beecher on the right, and then we've got another one at Howard Avenue off on the right shoulder. So all this adding up to a really nasty delay all the way back into the Marquette interchange. Eastbound 894 also slowing down from about 76th Street all the way to the Mitchell interchange. Southbound 41, watch for backups from Good Hope Road pretty much all the way down past Hampton. Northbound from just before Mayfair all the way up past Burleigh. And check the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, partly cloudy with a low of 42. Tomorrow, partly cloudy with a high of 53. Weather is brought to you by National Liquor Mart at 16th and National in Milwaukee, packed with the best beer, liquor, seltzer, and spirit deals in town. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily, where your satisfaction is their plan of action. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Hey, it's Gary Ellison for Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center. Looking to escape the cold or take a midday break? Get your game on at Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center, where it's always golf season. Play more than 2,000 courses, including over 50 right here in Wisconsin. And even that famous course where they hand out green jackets. Top tech simulators, great food, and the best Bloody Marys around. This is your year-round slice of summer. Bays start at just $35 an hour, Monday through Friday. Book your bay today at WisconsinIndoorGolfCenter.com.
Goldsmiths are essential to running a jewelry store, but they're extremely hard to find.
Goldsmiths can repair jewelry, set diamonds, resize rings, and create beautiful, one-of-a-kind pieces of custom jewelry.
Most jewelry stores do not have an in-house goldsmith.
But Kessler's has 18 wonderful goldsmiths working in our 9 Kessler stores.
The average Kessler's goldsmith has more than 15 years of full-time experience.
And that's not counting all the apprentice goldsmiths and jewelry designers.
Our goldsmiths repair a lot of jewelry that we did not sell.
Bring us your broken jewelry and we'll bring it back to life.
When you see a woman with an extremely attractive, very distinctive engagement ring,
you can safely assume that it's a custom-designed, one-of-a-kind ring made by the goldsmiths at Kessler's.
When your relationship is special, you need a special engagement ring.
If you want something that's breathtakingly one-of-a-kind,
come to Kessler's.
For the location of the Kessler's nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
This is Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, letting you know that Siding Unlimited installs Pella windows and doors. That's right, Siding Unlimited installs windows, and we do it really well, earning the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year award 5 times. New windows, our expert team will deliver on a smooth, hassle-free installation, making you feel proud of calling Siding Unlimited for your window project. What's the next step? Call 262-567-4513 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
What does the skeleton say before dinner? A bon appetit. And why did the ghost go to the bar? For the booze. Yeah, Halloween jokes can be corny. Hi, this is Marie from Discount Liquor. Since 1960, we've provided the most spooktacular selection and savings in town. From skull-shaped vodka bottles and pumpkin cream liqueurs to adult trick-or-treat bags and your favorite seasonal wines and beers. We've got the spirits to get you in the spirit. Combine our selection with everyday low prices and 2 convenient locations, and Discount Liquor is the one trick-or-treat stop you can't skip. Discount Liquor, locally owned and family operated with 2 locations, in Milwaukee on 51st in Oklahoma, and in downtown Waukesha on Barstow in Maine. See all of our specials at DiscountLiquorInc.com.
Discount Liquor.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
He did the mash. He did the monster mash. The monster mash. It was a great
Stay off the injury report of life. If you're already having pain, your knees, your hips, your shoulders, your back, you are firmly on that, but you got to get off. And the only way you do that is with QC Kinetics. QC Kinetics, right here in the Milwaukee area, is the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. They are spearheading this new way to treat that pain, your knees, your hips, your shoulders, or your back, wherever it is. And it doesn't matter what it's from. If it's an injury, if it's arthritis, whatever it is, the no surgery, no pain pill, and no long recovery treatment that they offer is going to give your body long-term pain relief so that you can feel what it's like to live active once again. They're going to use your body's own healing properties to give you that regenerative treatment that only they can offer, that repairs damaged tissue, reduces inflammation, and relieves pain at the source. You might have been told that, these traditional quote-unquote options are all that you can work with. I'm here to tell you that's not the case. QC Kinetics is offering you something different, and you might as well take advantage of it to get that free consultation, because you might be like one of the thousands of satisfied patients who now live pain-free. And from what I've talked to them, they've said something of a miracle what QC Kinetics can offer them. So I want you to get that free consultation, because your pain-free life is waiting for you on the other side of this phone call to QC Kinetics. 414-240-2298. That's 414-240-2298. 414-240-2298.
Now the monster mash. The monster mash. And it's
on the Carbless Talking text line 800-990-3776. Patiently waiting is
It's now the monster.
Ron to the key. He knows more about basketball than anybody on planet Earth. Ron, you're up on the Carbless Talk and Text line with KBN.
Oh, Ron, what's up, man?
Ron?
Hi. Thanks, Ben. No sarcasm noted. Kyle, if we have Brewers math and we have Packers math and we have Bucks math, what's Kyle's math? Like, Kyle flip-flopped on this GM 4 times, so that means we're halfway through the season. That means we're 5-7.
Damn.
I don't call it flip-flopping. I mean, listen. In life, some people make you happy at moments and they make you sad or they make you angry. I just go back and forth. When I like what you're doing, I praise you. When I don't like what you're doing, then I'm negative towards you. Listen, I would be wrong if I didn't change my mind. Hey, listen, what he's done so far this season or off season I thought was pretty good. If the team sucked, and I'm like, oh, well, I guess I was wrong and he was wrong too. Only difference is I don't get paid to make decisions for personnel.
Didn't you call
Milwaukee
for his
Bucks.
job?
Last year, yeah, I called for his job. Yeah,
like 4 months ago.
Yeah,
it's been 4 games.
Yeah, what I said was this offseason, I like the makeup of this roster. I didn't think like this team was for sure going to win a championship, but I liked them to compete in the East this year. I like the roster. And so far, so good. I'll give him credit. Miles Turner.
He's got the high voice. So far, so good. I wanted to
call
call for his job, but now I don't have to because I like what he's doing.
After the Miles Turner deal, I was like, okay, that was different, but okay, yeah.
Cutting Dame, that
yeah,
big hit.
That was different. So, no, I wouldn't fire him yet. Now, he can't draft worth a 2 cent.
But is there
but also, it's so hard to draft where he drafts in the first round.
To not hit any of them is really quite remarkable.
Thank you. That's my whole point. I understand it's hard, but dog, like, he's been here, 7 years, GM, something like that?
Well, he hit on Dante, and then he did make a really bad trade for Dante for Serge Ibaka. That was really bad.
Serge Ibaka.
Yeah, so
nice, Strofe.
So, yeah.
I've heard that one before.
That's what we called them back in 2012, 2013.
So, I mean, I think it's justified when you don't have a first-round pick that worked out at all that you drafted. I mean, geez, Louise.
Ben Bruss, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, Alex Strofer on the show, 800-990-3776.
That is a good idea from Ron.
Do you know what Mike Jones is trying to say? Cash
He's
for
texting
nothing?
the wrong show.
Okay. Got it.
Jim Rutledge is taking suggestions for his vanity plate because Ruddle Dog is about to expire.
Anyway,
what is that?
No, not going there because I wanted
vanity plate.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, license plate.
It's a custom license plate, and his current license plate is I don't know if I should put this information out there, but it's effectively his last name.
Okay,
but it's missing a few letters, so I always referred to it as Ruddle Dog. And now he is getting a new plate, so he is. Taking suggestions, and rather than just ignoring the text that was not for Ben decided to read it on the air.
Well, I just wanted to see if it played into any of our conversations, see if I was just really dumb and I couldn't find the connection. CSH4NTN. Cash for nothing. Yeah. That's the license plate recommendation that Rutledge is getting right now.
Okay.
That being said, we talked about this on Monday when we were at Potawatomi Casino Hotel Sportsbook because Brad had the right idea, but of course he doesn't have the backbone to make the decision to do it.
Oh, what?
Hey.
Jordan Love was plus 2,000 to win the MVP.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Snap your finger.
What is he now?
Plus 1,500.
Oh, wow. He lost $500.
Just like that.
Now, I think it'd be fun if we all made separate wagers because we're trying not to make group bets because we want to be respectful to the rules over at Potawatomi Casino Hotel.
Oh, did you get in trouble?
No, but even if we did, why would you ask that about a partner that we love so much?
You're the one who did.
You're the one who just did that very honestly. I feel like that was a good follow-up by Kyle.
Hang on. Men in Black flashlight. Let's all forget 2 minutes ago.
We should all make a bet. But separately, because we're not supposed to do that anymore.
Yeah, like what? That you the king of that.
That was crazy.
You know, to be honest, Ben is the gaslighter and the antagonist.
I will say,
what?
The only person I've ever done group bets with has been Ben drumming them up.
Yeah. Okay, let's stop talking about that, please. That's all I'm asking.
I just love how
per partner. I was wrong. You're right. Let's move on.
He
please.
awkwardly brings it up. Kyle naturally asks a follow-up. He asks a follow-up, and Ben's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, because I'm trying to be coy. Like, I forgot that I shouldn't have said it, then I said it, then here we are.
So how can we win money?
How can we win money? He's plus 1,500 because if he's going to play the Carolina Panthers and light up the Panthers, and then do it on a national stage at home against the Eagles, then those odds are going to be even lower. So what I'm trying to say, the time is now. If you believe that Jordan Love will be winning football games for this team, they're a great start at 5-1-1, potentially one of the best records in the NFL. That will look really sexy towards the end of the year. And if he continues to play great towards that elite level, he's only going to shoot lower in the odds. So let's get it now. Yes, Strofe.
From Luis at Potawatomi.
Hey, Luis. What's up, Luis?
Ben is untouchable. He's never done anything wrong.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sweat off my face. Thanks, Luis. Strofe could have been making that up for all I know.
I also have a comment. That's why I hit the sports desk twice.
All right, group bet. And I'm just kidding. They're back. I'm just kidding.
Nice. I know scared money don't make money. I know that. Read the favorite.
Dude, he's just since losing 2 games, Patrick Mahomes has been the dude.
And what is his odds?
Like plus 350.
No, it's less than that.
Plus 200. But that's
it's less
the thing.
than that.
Wait, what?
He's plus 125.
That's fine.
That's ridiculous.
That's fine.
He's playing great.
He is.
Mahomes is more favored to win MVP than Micah Parsons is to win Defensive Player of the Year. He's plus 150.
That's fine. You can sit out. I'll go do my self.
I'm not.
I'm doing a self group bet.
Hold on.
A Ben Brust group bet for Ben Brust only.
Hold on. I'm not saying I'm not interested because I did send this in the email yesterday with the plus 2,000 saying this is interesting. But I'm just saying Mahomes beats the Bills this week and it might be over.
I'm not asking you for $100 because $20 on plus 1,500 is going to give you a good payday.
I will say,
but do you have $20 to spare per Kyle Wallace? No.
I will say there's a bet that I'm now
no
kicking
per
myself.
Kyle Wallace about Strofe. No, he doesn't.
Oh, come on. What? Why are we doing that?
Hey, he just flipped out a 20.
I will say,
should he invest that or should he go to Potawatomi with that, Kyle?
Investment.
Yes, it is.
I just want Brad. Yeah. I'm done with taking heat because Ben is crazy. Strofe is emotional. I don't want to get in between none of this.
There was, remember when before the season started, there was all these future bets that you could place per the team or whatever. So Ben, while you were on your honeymoon, we talked about this briefly with Tori Lowe, that there was a bet that Potawatomi had where it was Jordan Love wins the MVP and Packers win the Super Bowl.
Oh, that was a big one.
Plus 30,000. $10 would win you $3,000.
You know what I would have did with that?
Think about that. Woo! I regret not doing that now.
That is like a penny for Brad Nortman, $10. Now,
right.
Here we are again on the Carbless Talking text line. John, you must not have been listening yesterday because John's back. John in Milwaukee. Jair is out for the rest of the season, Brad. Too bad we didn't overpay for him.
Yeah.
I don't know if I saw these out for the season, but he continues to be a healthy scratch.
Wait, is his text?
Yeah, he's on you. John, you missed it. He said, John, I was wrong.
John's making me say this again. I guess I have to double down. John, I was wrong about Jair. If he can't start on a bad Ravens defense and he's healthy, he really has dropped off. I don't want them anywhere near the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, bro, I'm glad you're taking all the heat for that.
I've seen nowhere that he's out for the year, but he has been out.
He's been out a lot.
Healthy scratches.
Yes.
Is my understanding.
That's a
for Baltimore.
bad sign.
For a bad defense.
Yes.
Man, that knee must be just bad.
I will say, when Goody moves on from a guy,
more often right than wrong.
He's usually right.
More often.
The Green Bay Packers organization is usually more right than wrong. When they move on from guys, I mean,
the only one that hurts is watching Jordy have a decent season for the Raiders.
I was going to say Devontae still doing
yeah, I mean, that seemed a little bit different, but I mean, when you're talking
for what his plan was, he didn't fit with the plan.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I just remember Casey Hayward and Micah Hyde were the only two where I'm like, we missed out.
Yeah.
Mike Pinnell, too, I believe. Well, no.
Well, yesterday at around this time, Strofe and Kyle started yelling at each other, mostly Kyle yelling at Strofe. So we'll see how Wheel of Strofe goes next. Will Kyle eviscerate Strofe again, or will we have a really good conversation and a great segment, or will Kyle ruin it? We'll find out together next.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN.
Call me daddy.
That just sounds.
It's just, yeah.
Like.
Call me daddy.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
From the Marquette interchange, on 4394 southbound all the way through the Mitchell interchange to just south of College Avenue. It is a solid ride, all because of a tanker truck that ended up on its side, blocking the 3 right lanes of traffic right now. So that's making for that whole delay right there. It's even slowing down on the northbound side. We got backups almost back to Drexel on northbound 94. We've even got delays on 894 eastbound, stretching from Forest Home Avenue all the way through to the Mitchell interchange and points south. So keep that in mind. Southbound on 894, we got backups from National Avenue all the way into the Hale interchange. Eastbound 94 slowing from 92nd Street through to 35th. The westbound side's backed up out of the Marquette to Hawley Road. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, partly cloudy skies, a low of 42. Tomorrow, partly cloudy with a high of 53. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Home buyers are raving about their experiences with the Citizens Bank mortgage team.
Aaron helped me get pre-approved really fast, like before the open house even started.
I called Devin so many times with questions, and he always answered.
It's more than a mortgage. It's your future. And at Citizens Bank, we make it personal. Learn more at citizensbankwi.bank/mortgage. Citizens Bank is member FDIC and an equal housing lender. NMLS 746419.
It's a bird bash at Potawatomi. Thursdays, you could win up to $50,000 cash in a bird bash game show. Just play with your rewards card this October for a chance to win. Wouldn't you like to rake in a huge pile of cash? Bird Bash, only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. More info at potawatomi.com/birdbash. Must be 21 years old to play.
Did you forget the first day of school is this week and little Nancy still needs her name embroidered on her backpack? Or the company shirts are due now, not next week? Maybe the boss just declared Steve's retirement party is today and the shirts are mandatory? Whatever the rush, Big Frog Custom T-shirts and more in Mequon has got you covered. With fast turnarounds, no minimums, eco-friendly printing, and high-quality custom apparel, Big Frog brings your custom ideas to life fast. Stop by Big Frog in Mequon or visit bigfrog.com/Mequon. Big Frog Custom T-shirts and more, where your ideas leap to life.
Imagine your home totally organized. At Closets by Design, we specialize in providing affordable, custom-built storage solutions with built-ins and beyond, from garages to new home offices. Our experienced designers work within your budget to design a solution fit perfectly to your needs. Get 40% off plus an additional 15% with 18-month financing. Visit closetsbydesign.com or call 1-800-BY-DESIGN to get started. Let's get organized together.
Every great team starts with a strong defense, and the same's true in business. That's why companies trust Trend Micro for cybersecurity. From ransomware to phishing to the most advanced cyber threats, they help protect your network, your data, and your people. With over 35 years of expertise, Trend Micro has built a defensive playbook trusted by enterprises worldwide. Your business works too hard to get blindsided. Go to trendmicro.com and see how enterprise security is done right. That's trendmicro.com.
Homer for Window Nation. It's October, and if you've got old windows, that means you're back to dealing with chilly air seeping into your home. Eliminate annoying drafts once and for all with Window Nation in Milwaukee. This month, buy 2 windows, get 2 for free, plus pay nothing for 2 years. With the holidays coming up, it's a big deal, and they can do it so quickly. Don't miss out on free windows and 0 payments for 2 years with Window Nation, proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Visit windownation.com before October 31st to get started.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Make sure you tune in on Friday right here on Kyle Brust and Nortman at 3:30 as we do Green Bay props and preview, and always after every Green Bay Packers game, you get Green Bay game night with Homer, Tausch, Jason Wilde, Gary Ellerson. But Homer and Tausch are going to give you that dog of the game. And if your dog doesn't always listen to you, you ask yourself, why don't they listen to what I say? Look no further than Sit Means Sit. You can have a happy, confident, and obedient dog. Contact Sit Means Sit Dog Training today in Milwaukee or Waukesha to schedule a free consultation. And simply just go to sitmeansit.com. Check out those Milwaukee and Waukesha pages as well. Sit Means Sit. We love having our dog of the game. Well, Hopefully no fireworks like yesterday. Let's hit it on Kyle Bruston Nortman. It's the Wheel of Strofe.
It's time for the
Wheel of Strofe.
Another day looking to make another buckaroony here on the Wheel of Strofe.
Are you, Kyle?
Strofe, go ahead. I'm gonna just let you say what you want to say. I'm gonna keep my thoughts to myself. My internal thoughts will stay internal.
Oh, it's green for money.
Oh.
Kyle, how should Alex Strofe make money since you said he stinks?
I will say, you basically accused him of not grinding, of doing side gigs, things like that. What's the most lucrative or interesting side gig you ever did to make a little extra cash?
That is a great Wheel of Strofe question. Well done, Brad.
Side gig? Let's see. Oh, Good Karma Brands. This was my side gig. I worked part-time while I worked full-time at Marquette University and University of Wisconsin Parkside. I worked part-time here at Good Karma Brands. And look what it turned into.
Knowing what our part-timers...
I made $10 an hour. So
yeah, great side gig.
I grinded
Very
out.
lucrative.
$10 an hour.
Yeah, I mean, it was my play money, right? If you end up working like 15 hours a week, you do the math, 150, taxes aren't going to kill you on that. So I'm like, all right, that's a little play money. So, go out
Play money.
Yeah. If like Strofe wanted to go to Summerfest, the world's largest music festival, and he wanted to spend that money, right? That money wouldn't be coming out of his daily check. It would be coming out of his play money if he had a second job.
So now he's telling you what to do.
No.
Yes, because I certainly have time for a second job.
No, you don't really have time for a second job, but there's some hustles that you can do.
Like?
Bouncing, maybe,
Bouncing?
Didn't we just go over the fact I don't have time for a second job?
No, maybe you can. There's a couple of nights a week.
Could you imagine how
bounce.
grumpy he was if he was checking
I
IDs?
would get my ass kicked.
All you're doing is checking IDs, man.
But you have to be an enforcer if you need to be. That's part of the job of
Could you
bouncing.
imagine if, job posted for bouncer and Strofe showed up?
Yeah, I mean, some bouncers make like $100.
Are you here?
A night.
What are you going to the drink? Or, you're here for the bouncer job. Yeah, no.
I know somebody who works at one of 720 downtown. Maybe
I've been there.
When someone becomes a roughhouser in there, bouncer comes in, get him out.
You know what fine, we're the coat check boy. We whatever you got to be to make a couple dollars.
Coat check.
Why are you checking my pockets so much?
I'm not. You asked me. I was asked what you can do.
And I thought you were going to sit back, relax, and let Strofe do his thing, and you still proceeded to tell him how to make a side hustle.
I don't have time for another job. Tell me how to make more money.
I don't know. Invest in the stock market.
All right, what should I invest in? What are you invested in?
Well, I remember one time I invested in NVIDIA in front of you guys.
Yeah, he did.
But did you tell
really
Strofe?
well.
You guys were part of the conversation. Strofe should have been paying attention.
I'm not in the same room as you.
No.
It was in the break.
The show prep. It was show prep.
He's got Mr. Irrelevant.
Nah, he was there that day.
Missing all of Kyle's great advice.
But Strofe, you'll
That
be
was
okay.
costly.
Strofe, you'll be good.
Shut up.
Oh, Kyle's going to play the victim now.
I mean,
I feel so bad.
I did get told to shut up for no reason.
Carson Wentz, this season is over for the Minnesota Vikings as he has surgery. He looked very uncomfortable last Thursday. Then defended the Vikings, said nobody was forcing him to play despite looking as uncomfortable as I've ever seen a quarterback.
Bro, he was in so much pain.
He was crying on the bench at one point, which you feel for him in that spot. But what's going on in Minnesota?
They, as Tausch said, probably feel regret not being more aggressive towards Aaron Rodgers. But then I was watching Aaron Rodgers on the Steelers, and I was like, dude, I don't know if he could really take a team.
Sure, he could.
Yeah,
bro, he needs all the time in the world. The reason why he's throwing it so fast is because he's literally so immobile.
I think the Steelers' O-line is so bad, though. Minnesota's is better.
Yeah, Minnesota's O-line is better.
Sure, but I know he can still spin it, but everything has to be perfect for him. It's just where he is in his career. So I just think they drafted J.J. McCarthy. He tore his MCL or whatever it was. He sat out. Sam Darnold played great. They kept their chips in the J.J. McCarthy basket. He ain't ready. They kept him out. He's so perfectly timed that Carson Wentz is out and J.J. McCarthy is healthy and ready to go, and they're not confident in him, and he ain't confident in himself, and it's great because now there's less and less competition in the NFC North.
As much of a soft benching as we've ever seen.
I think Kevin O'Connell is easily a top 10 coach in the NFL. However, I think he's got a little bit of pride and ego, thinking that I can just make it work with any quarterback. Kirk Cousins, ship him out of here. Sam Darnold, that was all me. He can go to free agency. Doesn't matter if it's Carson Wentz or whatever.
Dude,
so
that
I
was
think
their first-round pick, though, Brad. They drafted a quarterback in the first round. These first-round quarterbacks, for the most part, play right away. Obviously, Jordan Love had a special circumstance where Aaron Rodgers was here, so he got to sit, but it was Sam Darnold. He was just a stopgap, right? They moved on from Kirk Cousins. So a first-round pick, though you shouldn't expect them to put up huge numbers like you saw from Jaden Daniels last year.
This is great. The Packers play the Vikings twice.
No, I'm just saying. I do believe that if Aaron Rodgers was the quarterback of the Vikings, they would be in a better position. I mean, they have weapons galore.
Wheel of Strofe. Choppy spin, Strofe.
All he does is judge you, Strofe. All he does. I mean, nonstop.
Yeah, he's trying to get the heat off him.
Criticism.
Brad, all attention on you.
Yeah.
Today is October 29th.
October 29th.
National Oatmeal Day.
I had oatmeal this morning.
Don't you have it every day?
Actually, I did. I do have it every day. And actually, I should have known. The boys that we foster, they were coming up to me and they wanted a bite of my oatmeal. I gave them a bite of my oatmeal. They loved it.
No, they said,
next generation.
Why is there no sugar?
The next generation is loving oatmeal too. What a way to celebrate. It's a family affair.
I actually want some oatmeal, some thick oatmeal, though.
Yeah. You liked my oatmeal, didn't you?
I did like your oatmeal.
Yeah.
Probably could have put a little bit more of that stevia.
Stevia?
Yeah, more of that fake sugar in there.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. I'm glad that oatmeal gets the respect that it deserves. It deserves its own day.
I want oatmeal. Now, I might go buy me some oatmeal.
Go get you some oatmeal, Kyle.
I might eat that for dinner today. Is that a good dinner?
A little breakfast for dinner? You wouldn't want to have carbs that late. But
now you're trying to tell a fat man how to be fat.
I'm just telling you. You asked me. It would be a good dinner. The answer's no.
More protein for you, buddy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's the truth. That's it for the Wheel of Strofe.
Powerful.
Wow,
Relatively good. Because no one's feelings were hurt. No one's going to have to put their arm around each other for the next, 30 minutes.
That was phenomenal. It was great. You did a good job.
There's the overcompensation again from Kyle.
That was so good. I mean, we talked about
sincere.
money. We talked about the Vikings. We talked about oatmeal. Wow, that was just riveting,
I guess when you do the recap, it doesn't sound like it was very good. Homer's always good. Next.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN.
But I got a bone to pick with Strofe next. More
Bone
questions?
to pick? I have a question, yeah. How are babies made?
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. On this show, it's always football season.
The fact that Aaron Rodgers got to experience the opposite side, having heard the Go Pack Go chants on road games when he was the Packers quarterback.
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
I think they should have done the wave in honor of taking over the stadium. And
that would have been fun.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
So many of our youth carry unimaginable burdens. Anger, depression, even thoughts of suicide. At Rawhide Youth Services, we recognize their pain. We help them find hope and healing. For those that need a second chance at life, we refuse to give up on them. Please be a part of our life-saving work. When you donate your used vehicle to Rawhide, you're helping change the lives of countless youth in our communities. Donate today and get a $100 Quick Trip gift card. Learn more at rawhide.org/donate.
Fans, don't let dirt and road grime bench your car this October baseball season. Step up to the plate with Tsunami Express Car Wash, where every visit delivers the MVP shine. With unlimited washes, fast lane access, and free vacuums, you can keep your ride looking like a champion all season long for less than $1 a day. And with 7 Milwaukee area locations, including New Berlin, it's easy to score big no matter where you're headed. Join the winning team today at TsunamiExpress.com. That's Tsunami Express Car Wash. Wash, chill, repeat.
An ESPN Radio Extra Point with Chris Canty.
When Dave Roberts is concerned because the team hasn't found its rhythm, if one aspect of the ball club doesn't let you down, it's another. Last night it was the 8-9 one-hitters. They gave you absolutely nothing, 0 hits. If they continue to have moments like that, then it's going to be hard to best a Blue Jays squad that applies pressure at every point in their order. I said this coming into this postseason. Blue Jays can hit. They can hit. And I'm not just talking about slug, hitting for power, extra base hits, home runs. They can hit. They do a good job of being able to go gap to gap, just put balls in play, and you saw that in the 7th inning. And Varsho got it started, middle fastball, had no life on it, took it for a ride to right field. Those are the types of moments that you're looking at. You're saying, hey, man, no spot in the lineup ends up being an easy out for the opposing pitcher.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, hims.com/joy.
The delicious taste of victory deserves something equally superior. Cheer on your team with Michelob Ultra. At 2.6 carbs and 95 calories, it's a superior smooth taste worth playing for. Grab a Michelob Ultra Superior Light Beer as you cheer your team on. Michelob Ultra, official sponsor of the Milwaukee Bucks. Enjoy a Michelob Ultra at Kelly's Bleachers, Big Ben, Distillery Richfield, Tom's Watch Bar in Milwaukee, and Maddie's in New Berlin. Please enjoy responsibly.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Radio legend.
I don't care. I wanted to talk to Brett Musburger. That was for my own personal benefit. I hope other people enjoyed it, but I wish I was Brett Musburger. How about that?
Voice of Marquette basketball.
Joplin to the basket. Oh, wow. Hammer time.
And owner of the most famous catchphrase, at least in this building.
Oh, baby, that's sweet.
It's time for Uncle Homer on Kyle Brust and Nortman.
Now check this out. Kyle Brust and Nortman for the Homer Hour. This is how it's just different and how I wish somebody was powerful enough to tell the chancellor, change things. I don't know if this is good or bad, but Louisiana governor just slammed LSU athletic director Scott Woodward on the Brian Kelly fiasco. Says he will not hire the next coach.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my God.
Wow. Defanging the AD just like that.
Oh,
a governor.
Governor could do the same thing in this state.
Calling all governors.
Good
Call
luck.
the chancellor.
It ain't happening. It's not how it rolls.
The South is just all in on college football by any means
But they
necessary.
also understand that it is a lifeblood to their states, just like $280 million may be lost this year because the Badgers stink, as you did your economic review of the football program. As Homer's joining us here on Kyle Brust and Nortman.
Yes.
Homer, did you see that the economic study?
Yes, everybody needs to know this is all about the chancellor. No one should care what anybody else says. The chancellor, as occurred with Donna Shalala, can determine the direction that they go. Not the big.
I just got a newsletter from her in my email. It didn't even mention anything about football.
That's all you need to know.
I know, and I'm mad about
the
it.
chancellor, I don't know much about her background.
I don't know anything
but I'm
about
guessing
her.
she's like an academic. Right?
That I may not remember her name all the time, but I
Donna
do know
Shalala.
she's
Manukin.
So how is she supposed to know what the right decision is on the football program?
Because it's more than anything else an economic decision. When it was Shalala, they were losing money. No one knows exactly how much money they're losing. No one knows what they're spending. No one knows what the players are getting. So we're all kind of up in the air. But if the bottom line is bad, as Shalala said, we got to change. What do we got to do? If the bottom line is not that bad, then she can say, Let's give him another year.
She's from Massachusetts, went to Harvard, went to Yale, went to Massachusetts Institute of Technology.
My point is, any discussion about someone else, they should be knocking on her door and asking her what her belief is. We know what it's going to be.
What is it?
He's probably going to be back.
I think he's probably going to be back, too.
I thought he was gone. I didn't focus enough on the chancellor.
Well, the chancellor probably is entrusting, because when you hire people to do their job. It's not her job to sit here and make athletic decisions.
Yes, it is.
She hired the athletic director to make those decisions because he's supposed to be. Well, she didn't hire him.
She married a political science professor from University of Wisconsin. That's how she got back here.
This was the case when Donna Shalala came in. She said, this ain't good enough. We got to make a change.
But didn't Donna have more? And again, this is before my time.
No more.
Because she ended up going to Miami, and she was big on sports down there, wasn't she?
Again,
so I mean, she might have been somebody that's more.
You can check it was about money. The place was empty, but it was about money. But my point is, she did it, and the same feeling. It's not about the coach. It's not about the AD. It's not about Ted Kellner. It's about the chancellor. If the chancellor is concerned about, for whatever reasons, money, which would be the most one you'd think of as chancellor, then she can get it done. There are a lot of really rich people that have money to support the university, as we're seeing at other schools.
That's true. I agree with you, Homer. Yeah. If she decided that, you know what, hey, we need to make a change here, then absolutely. The buck stops
Take a look
with her.
at yourself,
it would
then
appear
make
she
that
believes in the
change.
athletic director. But I don't know. I haven't heard her. She didn't. What has she said?
Nothing.
Yes.
I just think it's awful that we have to have this state of Wisconsin Badger football, and the fact that it's going to have a negative economic impact on this state.
It's not forever. They'll be good again.
Well,
but how long? I mean, how long can you bleed before
you can bleed?
Even if someone comes in, it's going to take a while to build it back up.
Is much faster now, given the new rules, than it used to be.
One would think, but when it comes back to funding,
no, it's easier to change when you have the right person.
You think person over money?
Said. Yes, because Nick
Saban wasn't around for NIL.
No, he said even if you have $5 million, you got to spend it right. Now, clearly, we've seen LSU, Texas A&M, the places that have fired their head coaches, they had a ton of money. They made the decision that whoever was doing it wasn't spending the money right. So it's so complicated now because as much as you don't know what it was like when they went after Barry Alvarez. All right, our coach stinks. We're losing money. Who's the best assistant coach in the country, right? Mm-hmm. You go get him. Now, what do? I don't even know what those schools are going to do to replace at LSU and these schools and Penn State. Who are they going to get? They don't even know who's good anymore because it's about the person's ability to coach, but also to get players.
Spending money wisely.
And fundraise.
Everything.
They have to fundraise, too.
And it looks like there was a comment a while ago back in September that the current chancellor, Jennifer Mnuchin, it said, we all know what a complicated time it is in college athletics. Our athletic director, Chris McIntosh, has my full confidence as he navigates these challenges here at UW-Madison. So it sounds like that was back in September, though.
Right.
So
now
like
you think, as all of us do.
New statement.
Right, because they stink.
But she's not a football galley.
Doesn't matter. She knows stink.
Well, I think,
yes, she could have all the degrees from Yale and Harvard or whatever.
Because Shalala
if you stink, you stink.
Well, no, people bothered her. She'd go places, and all they wanted to talk about is why the football program.
And she did a great job.
It bothered her, and I'm sure the chancellor's the same way.
Well, I will say this is that once you start talking about, because one thing about people being mad about the football team sucking, it's another thing is men talk, women talk. But numbers don't lie, right? Let's think that matters. And I believe once these numbers that we are seeing out, because Brad read these numbers and I read these numbers in two separate articles. A lot of folks are going to see this, and donors are going to see this, alumni are going to see this, and they're going to say, hey, what's going on? State representatives are going to see this, and the questions are going to be, can this state take an impact of $280 million because the football program sucks over one coach? Hell no. So I'm telling y'all, this was the best thing that happened with these numbers coming out.
I also just don't understand how they continue to say, they believe whatever, but then talk about reinvesting and hearing Ted Kellner, who obviously has a large footprint on a lot of Wisconsin athletics, is close with Barry, had a lot to do with Barry. His name's all over the place. But when he's putting support for McIntosh and Fickle, that makes it feel like obviously Fickle's going to be here. But he also has to understand that the longer this goes on, and him and others that he may know that he goes in his network to help get money from, don't get the results from this regime. How do you go back?
Well, no, the discussion
when you
is
just
about
wasted all that money.
No, the discussion is about 1 year. Are you giving him one more year? Doesn't mean he's going to be here for 10 years.
But they need money for one more year. And if it doesn't work out, you have to get someone else. And then you're going back to all these same people to ask for more money.
And then you look at the football side.
I mean, let's ask
it was
him,
air
if
raid,
all of
then a
us
new
were
offensive
rich.
coordinator.
Okay,
So you got all
if
these
all
things.
fire another offensive coordinator. If all of us were rich, would it be easier? Would it be more willing to give money now, or when a new coach comes in, not having any idea who that coach is?
I'll go with a new coach.
I'll go with a new coach.
Yeah, a new coach.
Sunk cost, that's what you call, Brad?
Yeah, sunk cost fallacy. Been throwing money at it after you've already invested quite a bit.
I think the belief that, and I don't think they have it, the belief that this destines Wisconsin to be crap for a decade is just not true.
Yeah, not for a decade, but it's gonna take a minute to come back.
Look how long it took Indiana.
Thank you.
Get the right guy. I just don't know who that is.
Who is
Maybe
that
it's
right guy
Greg
is the real question we're all going to be asking ourselves.
Yep.
Coming up next, it's Homer on the Homer Hour. Rain Man.
Rain Man.
And
There's some Badger football in there.
Oh, God.
How bad is bad?
No, we're going to find out in 2 minutes. Don't go anywhere.